Word to the fucking herb.
Rolling.
Word to the germs. Word to all the peoples out there. Yes, yes, yes. Happy New Year, innit?
Happy New Year.
Familia.
Happy New One.
Salute.
Salute.
Bless.
Sorry, ever so rude. Oh.
Fuck yeah, now. Whoa, it's a dribbler already.
Cheers, mate. It's your
So
brief.
yeah, we're with Mr. Habitus, Dusty Sound Studios.
Safe.
This is the first one of the new year as well, which is pretty fucking sick. So the first one in 2020. It's an honour to have you.
Thank you, man. Thank you for inviting me. It's been a pleasure, man.
Yeah, man.
We've been, I mean, we've been fucking working together for so long, and like, for the people that don't know you, what we do usually do is like give yourself like a little introduction for the people who don't know you,
Right.
what you do.
So yeah, as you say, my name is artist name is Habitus, and I producer, rapper, DJ. When I also hate to say that, you know what I mean, because that guy does everything, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But I hate it. But yeah, no, I just made music, and I run a studio called Dusty Sound, so I record people and help them to put the album sound, doing some mixing and mastering for them as well. Also do some DJ sets here and there, DJ for some people, and yeah, work with a lot of people around, you know.
You DJ for a lot of people, right?
Yeah, I've done a lot of people, yeah, festivals and Bristol around, yeah.
Yeah, everyone's like, I usually turn up like, "You're right, Danny, like, could you DJ for me, please?"
We're normally ending ourselves in the fucking backstage, mixing the tracks and doing the track list and there on the spot, and then the next one come and I say, I don't have a DJ neither, can you do it? I say, yeah, but bro, how it goes?
I know them ones.
Yeah, you're both like the masters of that shit.
Yeah, but I love it, man.
Can you
the
work
funniest
out
one was, but not the funniest one, but one of the funny one was the other day as well, supporting the Verb T, you know what I mean? And I was there. I was like, yo, Verb, we have turntables, right? And he was like, boy, I don't know, I was the promoter. Who's the promoter, that guy? Yo, we have turntables now, CDs. All right, brilliant. 10 minutes to the show. Perfect. And I'm there with my laptop, the USB,
Mate,
in, boom. And then Wish comes in with a promoter. Oh, yeah, he said, you booked this guy for February, innit? He wanted to meet you, Habitus. And I was like, yeah, perfect timing. But sort it all out. And I'm running to the stage, man. And right when I'm running to the stage at the exchange, I bump into the handrail. Boom. Back forward on the stairs there, like, black dots, and I'm like, okay, calm down, 2 minutes, run to the stage like that with my memory stick, because I never did it with CDs, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
and I go to the stage and it's like, I don't even have my headphones. Okay, let's do it. Put the USB in, just roll it through, you know?
Yeah, man.
Supposed to do half an hour show, we ended doing an hour, pulling the next half an hour out of the blue. Yeah, just.
What, just because the time no one else showed up, or?
Yeah, no one showed up. Which game I was like, yeah, because happy to do that. And then half game I was like, why are you jumping on the stage? Do you still have an hour? And we're like, oh yeah, we just played the last tune, mate. I was like, all right, let's go. And then there was my USB scrolling up and down, finding beats and doing like a freestyle session for another half an hour. So that's DJ, man.
I suppose that's the beauty nowadays of Serato and Tractor.
It is a bit,
yeah.
And I mean, CDJs, like, I'm not a DJ, so I can't say shit, but I've always like preferred. I don't know. I can't even say, like, why do I prefer fucking decks to? I just do. I don't know what it is, but just like, yeah, I suppose I've used them.
Yeah.
But CDJs, I'll be like.
It don't make sense when you're scratch. It's all right to play tunes off, but if you're scratching, the platter don't move. So
don't move, yeah, exactly. Yeah,
like,
the scratches are on point, you know what I mean? When you move it, but you have to move it.
You need to see with the fingers, and it doesn't move. It just stays still. So it moves the CD, but it stays still. So you're like, when you're trying to pull back to a sound, you don't know if it's there, innit?
Exactly, yeah. I've done it twice with CDJs, and both times was the same. Just finding it out 10-20 minutes before the show.
Before the set,
let's go and do it. And I never use them, so I'm there like, how do I use this thing? You know what I mean? On the show, working it out. But yeah, it's fun, you know.
I had a similar one with Blast, innit? Blast and is it
Abso?
Yeah. I knew it said Asbo. Abso, yeah, they were like.
I think someone actually bigged her up on stage as Asbo. I was like, nah, man, just.
But no, the same thing. I had to get the set off of them. We had to tune into the attic's Wi-Fi, download it from Google Drive onto my computer, load into Serato 5 minutes before the set. But like, have you got the tunes? I'm like, no, we can't fucking start yet, man.
Yeah, it's always like that.
It always works out.
Exactly, it gives you that adrenaline, you know, to jump in there and be like cool, you know. Yeah.
So you just really, what number is this then? Because you've done like in your studios. For those that don't know, I've recorded quite a lot of shit there now.
Yeah.
Actually, none of it's come out though, other than the track that we finally did together after like 5 years and knowing each other. Same with us, like, you know what I mean?
I
We've
know,
done
yeah.
cuts and stuff, but I've never like,
We've never done a tune.
we've
Yeah.
never done a track.
Yeah, but the
yeah.
day that I met you was buying your record, you know what I mean? I remember being on Facebook and I didn't know him and was like, oh yeah, being in town today, someone want to buy a record. And I was like, yeah, I want to buy a record. Met him, I was like, let's make a
That's
tune
how
at
you
some
met?
point.
Did I
Yeah,
met-
that's how I met
did I
him at the
come
Bear
to-
Pit.
Oh,
He was
no
sat
way.
there at the Bear Pit with the record in his hand. I was like, that's the guy. That's the dude. Bought the record, they were chatting for a bit. And then we said, yeah, let's make a tune.
Yeah.
And then the year just passed, you know what I mean? Knew each other, performing together, did a tour together, did this, did that. But never made the track until I
Yeah,
was
it's
like,
mad.
bro, we need to do it because the album is just done now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it came out real nice, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I love
Fucking
it.
real nice. Mind the Sample for those people out there listening. Go and grab a copy of Mind the Sample right now.
Yeah.
It's a fucking hard album.
Yeah.
Real nice art as well, man.
Thank you.
Canary. So tell us a story about that. So when did you move from the Canary Islands? Because you're from.
I moved about 7 years ago now, yeah?
Is that it?
Yeah. 7 years, yeah.
Well, you.
That's it. Yeah. You think that was longer?
I
It's
think
been
I've
long
kind of
for
like
me.
lost track of the fucking time
Yeah,
with the
so-
music scene because it's just like it feels like it's been forever.
After
It's like
5 years, it's
Yeah.
just that's it. Innit? You forget.
you
to count.
forget times. Yeah.
Yeah, 7 years for me seems a lot, you know what I mean? But
Seems like longer. Yeah, I thought it was
has
longer.
been so quick as well, you know what I mean? Super quick. When I think about it, it's like 7 years. Like, wow, man,
Yeah.
I still remember the day that I put all the studio in the van and drove up, you know what I mean?
Did you have a lot of that studio?
Yeah,
Over
but
there.
I didn't have the mixer, but I had quite a lot.
Yeah.
And I just decided to just go somewhere else, you know what I mean? Just
Yeah,
have
yeah.
a little switch up in the brain, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just put everything in the bank and drove up here with like 800 euros in the bank.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, it was hard at the beginning. I left the studio in my mate's house in Wales because I didn't have anywhere to live or anything, you know? I didn't know anyone, so I just put
What,
everything there.
so you went to his house first. Like, did
Yeah.
you drive from?
Yeah, from
You got the
Canary
boat,
to here.
yeah.
Took a boat to South Spain, then drove to North France, took another boat, came here, slept in
Yeah.
the van, passed through a Stars Crop. I was like, what is this, man? This is mad. You know
What
what I mean?
what made you choose Bristol?
I don't know. I just hear, Bristol's okay, I thought, I want to live in a place. If I'm not going to be next to the sea and kind of surf or skate that much or whatever, it's going to be cold, you know what I mean? I want to be in a place that I can do stuff, you know what I mean? And it's a city that has a lot of art and stuff
Yeah.
going on, you know what I mean? And I thought London is too much, you know?
Yeah.
I didn't want to live in London and be there like a little rat in a box, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I thought Edinburgh before, but I was like, too cold, you know? And I
That'd be a bit of a fucking jump, wouldn't it? Like,
yeah, I was in between Brighton and Bristol, and I thought Brighton maybe doesn't have that much going on or something like that at that time. You know what I mean? I know now it's popping, but maybe 7 years ago it wasn't. And so I just came to Bristol, tried it for a bit, and I just felt so settled. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. The first night was weird because the first experience was like parking in front of a house, you know, and the guy just came out the car behind me, and it was about he's gonna say move. Or I will call the police, you know, because that's my house, you're not sleeping in your van in here.
Yeah.
The guy knocked at the window and I'm just shutting everything, put the thing for the window so he cannot see, just hurrying. And the guy's like, man, it's super cold, it's winter, like, you wanna come in and have a cup of tea? And I was like, what? Alright, okay. And my brain was just like, I think this is the place to be, innit?
Respect, man.
Yeah, and I've been here since then, you know?
That's
good,
sick. Do you know who it is? Do you ever
No,
speak to the
but
guy
I've been
since?
I've been in
It's
front of the house a few times, so
Yeah.
I still remember this house, you know what I mean?
That's joke, man. That is Bristol. A lot of people say that as well. It's
Yeah.
like it's real nice.
Bristol
Do you know what I
Charity.
mean? It's it obviously like old Bristol's crazy. I mean,
I don't see it
but
anymore.
it was still
yeah.
nah. I think it's I don't know. It's obviously gentrified quite a lot. But
Brispitality,
it's
man,
also
that's what it
just
is,
like Brispitality.
yeah, man. That's what everyone says it, like the old school, like everyone's friendly, but
Yeah. There's obviously a dark side to it, but like
I've grown up
if
here,
you
yeah.
kind of fucking avoid that and you just
Yeah.
stay out of it, it
Exactly.
doesn't really bleed out too much
No,
and fuck
no,
with
no.
like
I mean,
Just
there's
people
mad
doing your
things
thing,
going
you know what I
around,
mean?
you know what I mean? There's a lot of mad things going around.
Yeah,
but
but
you
shit
say,
like
you
that
know how
just-
to avoid it. There's a lot of nice people as well,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
I think you get that up north as well. I think that's like
yeah, definitely.
that place like Derbyshire and shit like that.
Mm.
I think people are way more like open and
Just
friendly,
friendly,
up
yeah,
there
man.
too.
Yeah, yeah.
But then you get like London's just a madness for me.
Yeah,
Man. It's just
yeah.
like people just
It's cold, isn't it?
Yeah.
yeah, and that's, you know what I mean. It's what it is. We're from down south,
Yeah.
like
yeah, man. And here you know your neighbors, you
warmer.
know the people, you know. Yeah,
yeah. That's a
cool,
good
it's
thing
cool.
as well about Bristol. Is it's so small but
Mm.
big. You know what I mean?
exactly, yeah, you know. And if you want to move in the scene or something like that, or you want to get to know people, you know what I mean, you can, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you go to a gig and you meet someone and you go to another gig and you're going to find the same
Yeah,
kind of
always. Yeah, it's
cues
quite
and
connected.
stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you know much about the Bristol music scene before you come?
No,
No,
that's the
Nothing at all.
can I
Like
swear here?
nothing at all. Yeah, you
Yeah,
swear. Yeah,
that's the fucking weird thing of Bristol, you know what I mean? I knew Portishead, and I knew Massive
Massive
Attack,
Attack,
and I
yeah,
knew
yeah,
this, and I knew Ronnie Size, and I knew that.
yeah.
But I didn't know that they were from Bristol, you know what I mean? And then one day I was driving down to Portishead and I was, Portishead, this is the guy from and then I start clocking things and I researched a little bit and I was like, what the hell, all of them are from here, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I didn't know that Bristol was that big into the music scene, you know what I mean? And then a lot of people were saying, you came to Bristol for the music, and I was like, no, not at all, but now I found myself in
That's
the right
quite a lucky
place.
accident, isn't it? That's good, man.
Yeah.
Meant to be.
Yeah,
Especially if you
exactly.
get fucking offered a cup of tea, like first place you pull
Yeah,
up.
first place.
So,
You know, has been like that was one of the reasons why I found myself in here quite like settled straight away after a few months, you know what I mean? Not settled, but like
You felt comfortable.
comfy, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
With the people and the city and all of
Yeah,
that. It's
yeah.
like everybody's quite welcoming, and there's a lot of going on. There's a lot of histories in a lot of venues and places, you know what I mean?
yeah, it has got a crazy history, man.
Yeah, man.
Musically, it's got a
Yeah.
crazy history, but
It's got
it still comes back to the point of like, it just doesn't have that.
Support.
Yeah.
That we were
It
talking
always,
about a
it
few
always
years ago,
comes
you
back
know?
to that, you know what I mean? And I think
Yeah.
it's going to change, and like we've got to change it. Like when Wish was on, we were talking about how like it needs to be us that changes it. You know
Yeah,
what
it
I'm
needs to be
saying?
pushed, you know what I mean? But the problem is like, it's just a long, super long conversation and a super long thing to kind of like work out. But if we think about how the industry has changed from that era to now, you know what I mean? It's massive, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
nowadays anyone can change something with the bloody
With the-
screen,
yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But there is no big corporation supporting the people that is good or anything like that. They
Yeah.
just support the people that have a lot of likes or whatever. And not even like that, you know what I mean? It's quite hard to be an independent artist now and kind of blow and get all the support, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because even the super strong artists are struggling to make it through, you know? Unless
Yeah.
you are super commercial.
Yeah.
Back in the day, you make a super dope album like Massive Attack did or Portishead, straight away they get all the recognition.
Yeah.
Boom, people push it forward, you know what I mean? But nowadays to get to that recognition and get someone investing on you, even record labels, man, you know, big record labels nowadays, where are they? You know,
Yeah, they're
most
not.
of them are kind of.
But then, you know what I mean? Like with what's going on with Lazy, that
Yeah.
could potentially be like he's getting studio time all the time, but then, you know what I mean? It's interesting one, man. It's an interesting one.
It's interesting, you know, and it's quite hard for all the artists to kind of like find themselves on.
You got to think as well. Would it affect the creativity here, if there was all that backing and if all of that stuff was in place? Maybe that would
Yeah,
change
maybe.
how Bristol was anyway, because
It
Bristol's
might-
crazy creative, man. It's like
It might make people sound more the same,
yeah,
because they'll all be
That's what
trying
I mean.
to catch that one sound.
Exactly.
It might do that,
balance,
or it might
innit,
push
man, with
people. Like, you never know something like that. I reckon it's a fucking because it
It-
might
it's
push
needed
people in
in
the
a lot of
other way,
things. Yeah.
and they go super like off chart, or people that are kind of like
Yeah.
doing something really different to get picked up. Because that's kind of what Bristol's done before.
Yeah,
Is it produces things that, like say Massive Attack,
change the
like
sound
trip hop.
and stuff.
Yeah, change the sound, Ronnie Size.
Yeah,
Do you know what I'm saying? Like drum and bass, it's like
Yeah.
it's a big.
It was
That's
big for
two
jungle,
massive.
jungle and early dubstep.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that stuff as well. Yeah,
Yeah.
drum and bass, you know, was like kind
Yeah.
of pioneers in a lot of different styles of music. You know what I mean, with the artists, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Whenabouts did you get your studio then? Was it like Did
We
you
got-
have one before that? Because like
I had one in my bedroom in Stocksgrove, and I was too mad. So then I moved to Easton, and it was kind of my bedroom, you know. I mean, my ex,
Yeah.
blah blah, were
Yeah.
there, and I started to get. No, then we moved to Easton, yeah, and then I set up a room a little bit smaller than this as a studio for me, yes, to make music and stuff, you know. But I started to get like quite busy with people, wanted to record, friends, that, and then we thought about we need a little room or something like that for us to rehearse, you know what I mean, and just have that. And I had this little cell that Dee used to have as well, and Samaya as well.
yeah, I
The
remember.
tiny one, I had all
Yeah.
the gear in there, and there was basically a corridor like this for us to rehearse, you know what I mean? I was the DJ there, and
Yeah.
the three of us rehearsing like this, like don't
Yeah.
move, you know what I mean? For like a year or something like that, and then it started to pick up a little bit more as a recording studio. And I remember I was so lucky because one day the manager that used to be in that venue said to me, "Oh, we have a room in here. There's gonna be a green room for some guys to do some videos, but we have been waiting for them for months, and they don't wanna have a look. Maybe you know someone that want it." And he was there like, "Yeah, I know a lot of people that want this room." And I started looking like, "Wow, man, this would be the bloody dream," you know what I mean, for me.
Yeah, it's a
So we
fucking
started
good
dealing
room,
their
man.
price and everything, and they was like, "Damn, yeah, I get
Bang,
it. I
yeah.
get it for me," you know what I mean?
Because as far as studios go, like it is one of the
That was my
like,
first
the
time
best
in there.
ones
to me.
in Bristol. So
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
Yeah, super hard to get, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I got the
'cause
little
it's-
cell about like 4 years ago, and then after a year we moved to this to the bigger room, that the one that
Yeah.
you guys were there today, and took a little while to convert it, but now has been running I think for like 3 years now, yeah. So that's the sound has been open for 3 years, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy I did it because that was my dream, to be honest. Not my dream, but like kind of my idea of like moving to a bigger city, setting up a studio in a city that have a hip hop background, and setting up a studio for people to come and record, and not run a record label, but run a recording studio to make album for people. You know what I mean? And I thought when I came here, come on, man, you're not gonna do that. You know what I mean? A city like here, that is a lot of studios. You are from abroad. It's impossible to make the way through. So I didn't even try it, and suddenly it just happened. You know what I mean? And I'm so happy that it
it's a
came
wicked
through.
studio. It's my first time was there today. I've never been in there before.
Yeah, a lot of people love it. You know what I mean?
Mate,
Because they want to put it like really like nice, super crispy that you feel
Nice,
kind of
lovely.
like
It's
comfortable.
perfect.
It's comfortable.
It's
Yeah, it's
nice.
humble, you know
like,
what I mean?
it's like I don't know, man. It's nice when you go into a room. It's not like sounding too fucking hippie.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's true. Like there's an energy to a room. And
Yeah,
it's
definitely,
like,
man.
Yeah, that's
You
what
can tell a
people
lot of
say.
energies pass through there, innit, as well.
Yeah.
Like with people recording and stuff like that.
Yeah, and people feel comfortable. I remember one sound engineer from back home. It's an old guy. One of the first rules that he said to me is like when you are engineering for people in a studio, the first thing that you have to do is to feel them super comfortable.
Make them feel
Otherwise, they
comfortable,
are not gonna give you the best take. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you are there like, oh yeah, I'm the engineer, you have to do what I'm telling you. Do this, do that. No, that's wrong. Do it again. You are there in the booth like, oh man, and that's it. You lose the vibes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if you are there like, yo, what you want? You want a cup of tea? You want a beer? Let's chill. Let's do it again. Let's try that. Let's try this idea. That.
Yeah.
People give you the best. You know what I mean?
The way I think that could work, like say for me as an MC, like if I had someone like an engineer or something like that, it would have to be like one of the heads that I grew up listening to. You know what I mean? It'd have to be someone that I like.
Around.
If someone was like, no, do that better. Like, do you know what I mean? It'd have to be someone that I fucking literally grew up listening to. Otherwise, I'd just be like,
fuck you.
What do you know about it? You know what I mean?
Do you know what I mean? I fully, and don't get me wrong, like I like it when people are like, yo, maybe try it like this or try it like that. But if I don't feel it, I won't do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, like
if
we have been working in the studio together before. You know what I mean? So maybe try this, maybe try that. You know what I mean? And we maybe works out better or maybe not. You know what I mean?
I think it does, man, because two sets of ears is better than one, especially if you both have the same idea for the track. Like if you're thinking different things with the track and you haven't communicated properly, then it's probably not a good idea.
No, exactly.
But if like you're, I don't know, if you're on the same flex and
it's quite important as well that the engineer is an engineer of that style of music as well. You know what I mean? Because when you engineer music, you can mix any style of music. You know what I mean? But if you're gonna give ideas and put
input into it,
exactly, you need to know the style of music. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And that was the problem back in the days as well, because hip hop came from bedrooms, streets, garage. You know what I mean? Where people make music, they bring it to a big engineer to mix it. But engineers at that time was like live bands. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they were mixing people's
really
music
knowing what
that
they're
they
doing.
that they didn't even know. You know what I mean? But nowadays there's a lot of engineers that do hip hop, exclusive hip hop, and that's dope for the scene.
Who was it that engineered Madlib? I think it was Madlib, and he just sent them one block file, just no stems, like no stems at all. Mix it. You got some stems? Nah, that's it. That's the album. Like literally one block, and they've had to just mix that whole thing.
What?
How
do you even do that? Like,
well, they've done it, and like that probably plays a part into Madlib's sound. To be honest,
that was the Mad Villain.
Does he do that? All
Mad Villain? He was. I think
Madlib
and Doom.
Yeah.
That was just.
They recorded in Brazil. They recorded in Brazil, apparently in a bedroom
on
a hotel. That's the story. With a bloody Fisher Price turntable. You know what I mean?
Amazing.
An old stereo. You know what I mean? And a little mixer and a little microphone. You know what I mean?
And that's one of the best
all
albums.
in there, sample all in there, put it all together in one tape. Boom.
Yeah.
And then just give it to the engineers. To mix it.
That's
mixed
fucking joke.
You are forgetting there's Madlib, the one that's behind the Fisher Price thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you know how to use your tools.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, real talk.
Yeah, definitely.
Man.
Mad, man.
I'm gutted I missed him. Well, Freddie Gibbs, innit? Was Madlib there as well? In Bristol, the Bristol show?
No, I saw Madlib in summer performing, but was without Freddie Gibbs, and I think that Freddie
he played it.
Came without him.
Okay, see, yeah.
I didn't see the show, but
I got tickets, man. I was gutted.
No, I've never seen it.
It was in Germany when it was on.
Did you go to play there with Leon?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
How was it? Good?
Yeah, it was nice, man. I mean, I went with Helen and Leon as well. So
Oh,
it was
right,
like our
nice.
first trip
Yeah, I
away.
remember you saying,
Yeah, but it was sick. But like 4 flights with him, it was all good and everything. The last night we were there, he just got like a real bad wind, man, and just he didn't sleep all night.
Shit.
Like all night, he was like just crying and crying and crying. It was just like wow. And the journey back, but I mean, that's my aim, you know what I mean? Take the family and shit, go with the whole fam.
Yeah, definitely.
But it's nice with Leo as well, shout out to Leo, because like his family look after me real good, like
Nice,
Nikki and Olivia,
Top
and
man,
daughter, it's like,
Yeah.
good vibes, man. It's a good thing about hip hop, it's fucking, I've met so many good people through the music, you know what I mean?
That's
like,
one thing
I've
that
got,
I love,
a
man.
network of-
Yeah, the
Yeah,
same
man.
that the skateboard, you know, when I used to be on a skateboard, I
They're
traveled
quite
a
tied
lot,
in, man.
did a lot of things, you know what I mean? Thanks to the skate, you link with a lot of people, you know what I mean? And it's like,
It's always the same.
brotherhood, you know?
Yeah, definitely. Like-minded people, innit?
Yes, that's two good things that I definitely want my son to do, is definitely skating.
Yeah,
It's
man.
one of them.
Yeah.
You
and
know what I
hip-hop
mean?
in some way.
Well, I mean, he can do what he wants. I'm
Yeah,
not fucking
yeah,
saying
I
shit,
know,
you know what I mean? But at the
yeah,
same
yeah.
time, like, skating gives you such like a sense of community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like,
And knowledge of life, you know,
yeah,
because
you
you're
learn
on the
about
street quite a
pain,
lot.
determination,
Yeah.
fucking,
Resilience there, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Yeah.
you learn like a mad skill.
And pain.
Yeah, pain. That's what I'm saying. You learn about pain.
Yeah, man. Makes you stronger.
How long you been skating for? Long?
The funny thing is that I was rapping. So it was, I don't know,
I'm pretty long.
12, 13, since I was like 16. And then I stopped for the skate. And I was skating for like, well, I was skating and rapping. And then I stopped because I started doing competitions. And I kind of lose the vibe a little bit with the guy that I was rapping and stuff. And I was skating for like 7 years, something like that, like super on it.
Yeah.
Super on it. And then thanks to the skateboard, I came back to the hip hop music, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I was always listening to hip hop. And I got that feeling always when I was going to gigs and stuff of like, one day I will be back, you know what I mean? Because I was there like, pumping and loving it, but at the same time clocking in as an artist, you know
I could
what I
do
mean?
this, yeah.
And I was like, I think that one day I will be back. And suddenly I was living in Tenerife. And after 1 year skating with all these guys, I just realized that they were rappers as well. And I was like, wow, so we know each other for a year. And I didn't know that you made beats and you rap as well. And what they were just chilling there in
That's
one of my
exactly
homies.
like what happened with me.
Yeah, I was
That's bad.
they're
Exactly
making
the same
beats,
thing.
and the guy was like, "You have to write some bars," and he was like, "Man, I haven't written
Sure.
anything in like 5 years." I was like, "You have to make some bars." Did the first track, and I was like, "That's it, that's me." Started writing a lot. Had some problems with the producer that I started working, and then was like, "Okay." I started mixing the tracks, and I was like, "If I can make a mix down, I can make a beat." Start making beats. And everything just rolled through, and I stopped skating. Yeah, so but it was like nearly 10 years. Yeah, with skateboard, man.
Yeah.
So did you
Yeah,
pick
yeah.
up? Did you pick up like the engineering side of it whilst making beats?
No, I picked it up before because the funny thing was like the guy wanted just to make beats a lot in acid,
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? And if you enjoy making beats, you don't enjoy mixing it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't enjoy it's a different thing. People don't
Complete-
realize it,
no,
but
it's
it's a different
completely
thing, you know
different.
what I mean?
That's
One
why I
thing
was
is
asking.
making, the other thing is engineering,
Yeah,
you
because
know?
I hate engineering.
Yeah, and the guy exactly, that's the thing, you know
I
what
can
I mean? But me
engineer-
too. I
yeah.
prefer making a beat.
I can engineer someone else's stuff,
Yeah.
but not my own, definitely.
Yeah, that's harder,
That's the
you know?
hardest bit, innit?
Yeah, and the thing was like the guy.
Sorry, just cut it 1 sec. Well, I'm just gonna change the battery. Don't
Yeah,
cut it. I'm not, obviously we're not cutting. This shit stays live, baby.
Yeah.
But,
So the thing was like
Aaron talking, ignore me.
he was. We were recording the tracks, but he wasn't putting the effort to mix it, you know.
To mix it down
And
properly,
I was
yeah.
like, man, I put a lot of work into this
Yeah,
to have it sounding not really by quality, you know what I mean? Just because you want to make more, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I start learning from some engineers that they were hip hop heads how to mix down,
right.
and then I was
So
making all
separately.
the mix
Yeah,
down
yeah.
myself. And then the guy, when we were like super homies, super close, he never sold a beat before. He just wanted to charm me for all the beats and all of that. And I was like, bro, we're making projects together, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? We're performing together, splitting all the costs and all the profit. Blah, blah. And then was like, man, okay, don't worry. And then I started making beats. And then I got really into like making beats even more than writing bars. You
Yeah,
know
that's
what I mean?
interesting because
And all of that came together, you know what I mean? And I was like, okay, now I made beats, mix it, record it,
yeah,
got a DJ. And I just have one turntable to scratch a few tracks, you know what I mean? With the old, no Tractor, the Final Scratch.
Final Scratch. Yeah,
Remember that one?
That was
The sound card was like this.
yeah. We met Stanton. That was, wasn't it?
Yeah. So
Fucking hell.
I have one turntable in there, and when the DJ came to my
Pre
studio back home,
Serato.
yeah, pre
Yeah,
Serato and Tractor and all of that, and the guy saw all my records and was like, man, you need to come and DJ with us, you know what I mean? Because he was kind of one of the top funk and hip hop DJs
Right,
in
yeah,
the
yeah,
island. And I was like, bro, I'm not a DJ, you know what I mean? I scratch a little bit for my tracks, but I'm not a DJ. I was like, but you have to come, blah, blah, blah. So I put a lot of records in a fly case.
Yeah, just
And we went to a venue that was packed out, playing funk with a lot of dope DJs. And I was like, how am I gonna do it if I can barely mix? You know what I mean? And I start DJing, and he just take me back to DJ. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And that's
yeah.
how I started DJing as well. and then just everything just kind of like blend
around that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's mad that
Into
you
that.
start making beats after you learnt a bit about engineering. Though.
Yeah.
That's
I knew how to use a compressor before I knew how to put
That's
a kick and
crazy,
a
yeah,
snare
'cause
together.
It's completely the opposite for me. Obviously,
Yeah.
like, I didn't know what a compressor was until I had to learn or whatever. But that's a mad way to learn, isn't it? So if you learn that
It's a
stuff,
good way to learn,
no,
man.
it's
Learn
fucking
from the
sick,
fucking
man. That's
bottom
like,
up, like.
But it's
Learn
simple
good
to say
way,
that
but learn the
you don't learn
equipment before you even
something.
use
Yeah.
it. That's mad.
You don't learn something until you need it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you need something is when you really put the effort to learn it, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I need to learn how to mix, and then I did, and then I need to learn how to make beats because I didn't have anyone to give me
Yeah,
beats, you know what I mean? So
It's the way to do it, man.
Yeah.
Like, I wish I could say the same about myself. I never.
but it's also nice to keep to one thing, you know what I mean? Because you progress on one thing and you get better and better on one
You do
thing.
bare
When you have
things
3,
anyway.
4 things,
You do one thing. You do about 1,000,000 things.
Yeah, but it'd be good to do that. You know what I mean? It'd be
Yeah,
sick
yeah,
to be
I
able,
know.
like, I'd love to be able to make a beat.
Yeah, when
and
you
then
came to
rap on
my
it, you know
when you
what I'm
came to my house once, and you learned how to beat juggle
Yeah,
in 30 minutes.
yeah.
So you're like 30 minutes away from being basic at something. Whatever you want to do with it.
yeah, no, that's
Fuck
true,
it,
man.
it's
That's
true.
true.
Yeah, just
It's
put
ju-
time
yeah.
to it.
And
Yeah,
to be
real
honest,
talk.
DJing, I never practice in DJing because I don't have time to be making beats as much as I want or making tracks because I'm mixing for other people or whatever that. So DJ making beats, yeah, I practice a little bit bars or that, but DJing is something that I don't normally do in the studio. If I use the turntable, it's because I'm recording and scratching for someone.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it. When I practice, when I'm performing live, when I'm in a venue doing like a 2-3 hour set, that's when I practice my scratchings and all of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I know I should practice more, but I don't consider myself as a turntablist. You know what I mean? Let's do a little bit of a scratching. Yeah, I know how to scratch a little bit. If you talk me about names, it's like I don't even know what I'm doing. I mean, I know how to do the. I don't know how it's called. You know what I mean? Roy Rose will be like, yeah, that's this, that's that,
That
that's this,
sounded like
that's
a flutter and a baby.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, you did.
For me,
It's
it's
mad,
like,
isn't it? I didn't
know
even
the
I didn't
language.
even know they all had fucking names.
yeah,
That's
they all
stupid,
have
isn't it?
names,
I
man.
think
Come
that,
on,
yeah.
bro. DJs,
What am I on about, brother?
turntablist DJs are the most
Every one of
nerd
them,
people.
every-
You know what I mean? If you see
Yeah,
all these like the
Can I get
super
another
dope.
drink out here?
Roads,
Yeah,
all
go
the
for
super dope turntablist DJs, they are super nerd, you know what I mean? You
Yeah,
see the
yeah,
studio and they
yeah.
have all the toys, all the cartoons, all of that. All
Yes, I'm saying.
the, yeah, exactly, you know what I mean? My homie from back home is the same, you know?
Yeah. You should come over, man.
Yeah, man.
You'd
Have a
like,
little session together,
yeah, you'd like my house, I reckon. I've got a lot of nerdy shit.
yeah.
It's a good spot.
Whole
man.
studio, shelf full of like 8-bit to 16-bit computer consoles. It's all there, innit?
Nice.
Super nerd. Can't let go of none of it, man. I'm just like, I don't need any of it. Every time I move house, I'm like, I don't fucking need any of this stuff.
I know, but you don't want to
You
lose
get to a
it.
new spot, you're like, where's my Nintendo?
I managed to keep hold of one of those, man.
Which one?
I got a fucking 64.
Yeah, I got 64, man.
Yeah.
We should hook up. Yeah, we said this before. We should hook
Yeah.
up. GoldenEye.
Yeah, Mario Kart, man.
Mario Kart and GoldenEye, definitely. 4 players.
The fucked up thing now, yeah, is you put that shit for a normal TV,
Oh, man.
I don't
and you
know.
can watch it for like, what, 5 minutes?
Yeah,
Before your eyes are
fucking
just
headache.
like bleeding
Yeah.
and
yeah,
fucking
it's
you
so
got
blurry,
headache.
man. It's
Nah,
so
you need the
blurry.
old telly, man, definitely.
Yeah.
You need the old
But
telly.
talking about that, I still make because the S950, you know what I mean? That doesn't even have a wave or anything, you know?
Yeah.
And I remember when I bought it, I was so nerdy about it. I was like, I want to make the whole beat on this, you know what I mean? Premiere just to do it. De La Soul just to do it. I want to
Yeah.
do it. I spent 6 stupidly months of my life just making beats on that. The first day, the guy introduced it to me. He showed me how to do it, alright? And I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm not going to make a floppy disk and do all the settings. So I spent
Uh-huh.
one day in this screen like that, doing all the settings, recording it and playing on the
F1.
floppy disk. When I gave it back to the guy was like, whoa, you're a master of this now. And I was like, yeah, that was 6 hours of my life in here. My ears were like proper red and stuff. And then I would spend 6 months just making everything there. I was like 8 seconds of memory. 8 seconds, the
That's what I
whole
was saying
beat.
last time, innit?
Sampling double time, chopping it,
So long,
copying
bro.
it, and after 6 months I was like, why am I doing this to my
Yeah,
life, man?
just
You
get
know
a
what I mean? It
laptop,
took me
man.
12 hours to make a beat, you know what I mean? And I was like, no, let's get back to the MPC with this now, you know
It's
what
like
I mean?
making beats on a calculator. It's like
Yeah, exactly, yeah, it's the same, yeah.
just
It's
like
the same. Yeah.
hours, man. No, I can't do it.
Ridiculous.
Just get a laptop, innit?
Yeah, exactly. No, I had the laptop,
Fuck
I had
that noise.
everything.
Yeah,
but I
but
was just being so nerdy that I was like, I want to make it on this. They sound dope,
Nah, fair
but,
play though.
but it's
That's
not
like-
worth it. It's
Yeah.
not worth
Yeah.
it by the time wise, you know what I mean?
At least you know now.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If it came down to it and fucking your computer's dead, all computers die.
Yeah.
yeah, you can do
You
it.
still make a beat.
You'll be able
Yeah,
to make
exactly, man.
2 songs in your
Yeah.
whole life. That's the time in the time frame you got left. You really make 2. You might as well, innit?
Bombs are dropping, you're just like,
Yeah, you might as well
But
make
at some
2.
point, at the same time, kind of make it quicker as well when you know how to use it. You know what I mean? Because it sounds like proper straight away. You put a kick, and the kick sounds like already quite like hard, you know what I mean? And when you're on the computer, you spend maybe half an hour making the kick sound.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
And then you just put the kick and you spend maybe 1 minute, 2 minutes, and the kick sound already popping, you know what I mean? So
yeah,
kind of the balance. But yeah, when people said to me like you today, oh, I made 9 beats last night, I was like, how did they do it, man?
Mate, I don't know what happened last night. I just
it took me 9 hours, man.
Yeah. No, it did. It probably took me.
That's fucking mad.
It was probably 7 hours.
Wow.
But I probably made 6 and then added 3. But I made the whole beat tape. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All last night.
That was dope.
Yeah. I don't know what happened, man. It felt like the first time I was working for years. I was like, I'm fucking doing stuff that's not wasting time. Like,
fair play, man.
It's wicked.
It's coming out, isn't it? So, yeah, it'll come out soon.
Is that It's a Vibe, yeah?
Yeah, that's on It's a Vibe, yeah. Shout out Jolene for that one. It's coming out on there.
Nice.
So what about this then? Was this, just to go back to it quickly, this is like independently done, yeah?
Yeah, that's all independently done.
Yeah,
I hit a lot of record labels, nothing happened. But after I watched a few things, it kind of even made me feel better about it.
Yeah.
Because I read a few things that a lot of people got rejected of record labels and stuff when they were big. But yeah, it was all independent, and it kind of like changed the direction quite a lot. I started as a producer album with MCs jumping on, like a quick thing. A lot of people featuring, blah blah.
Yeah.
Let's put up the beats. We do it quickly, 6 months, job done. Took 3 years. So then lost the confidence, the direction, and I said I don't even want to do it anymore, man. You know what I mean? And then I went through like a little bit of like up and down in my life. Started writing bars quite a lot, and then was like, okay, so I just want to do a solo album, kind of like featuring album. And I start contacting people, and it just kind of like fall through to like a featuring album. You know what I mean? With a lot of people, and I'm quite happy now that it's done, because I don't know, I'm quite proud. You know what I mean, of the album.
Yeah, definitely, man.
All my own work, I put it all independent, you know what I mean? Did all the work, did all the videos, did all of that. And yeah, I'm quite happy with that.
Good job, man. It's fucking sick. What about do you want to touch a little bit on the fucking video? Because what's going on with that, the video in the church?
That was like, well, I shouldn't even say it here in case of the watcher, you know what I mean?
Maybe not. Yeah. I don't know.
Maybe not. It's alright, but we just went there. We just kind of like put in brackets and do it a little bit. Yeah, so
some people went to this place.
Some people went there, and we were going to like visit the forest around, and we just found this castle.
Yeah.
So we just ended going to the castle, and we did the whole video in there. Flew the drone, did everything in there.
Yeah.
Obviously didn't ask anyone to do anything, you know. And the day that we dropped it, we just got an email through saying,
you can't use
where is the paperwork? Where is all the permission? Where is all the control and all of that? And we're like, what? We didn't know that we had to do any of that, you know what I mean? So we just had to take it down for now, but we're talking with them and see if we can put it up again, you know what I mean? Because the funny thing is, like, the video was done and people were still sharing it and say, oh, the video's dropped, the video's super nice, and I was like, well, the video's not there anymore, you know what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
And got the best video ever that I've done. I think that it's one of the best tracks that I have done ever, you know what I mean? And bars, beat, everything came through together quite good.
Man.
The video as well, and I was like, wow, I was so proud. It was the proper promotional one for the album and all of that. It lasts 20 hours, man. Yeah. But I'm happy to put it up now again.
Hopefully they'll
in January,
come through with that,
innit? Yeah, hopefully.
That's a scary thought, man, because like
Yeah.
all of our videos, like, I don't think we ever asked for.
No, me neither.
Guerrilla
But the thing is
filming,
that this is like a big charity thing, you know what I mean? It's in a castle, it's like kind of this like
You have to
national.
pay to get in.
Yeah, you have to pay to get in and all of that. But there was no sign saying no recording.
Yeah.
And I saw people taking photos and filming, so it's the same. We just did it a bit better, you know?
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, that's what I said to them.
I mean?
That's what I said to them. It's like I didn't see any posters or anything or any signs saying no filming. I saw people taking photos, filming, you know. In your Instagram hashtag, there's a lot of people in there with videos and photos. We just did the thing. But when they saw the video, super well done, super good quality, they thought they were like a massive corporative company, you know what I mean? Making a lot of money. And it was like, no, there's no money. It's just me and 2 friends with a drone and a camera. And we just did the whole video. I know it looks good, but it's how we made it, you know what I mean? But this
let it be, innit?
Yeah, there's no money, let it be. And
yeah.
the guy was laughing, you know what I mean? We ended having a laugh. And she was giving me tips of like, oh, if you know this, you shouldn't be doing this, you should be doing that. And I was playing the card of like, so innocent, I don't know anything, you know what I mean? And yeah, it's on hold now, but let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Hopefully we can put it back. Yeah.
It's fucked. Imagine that. You start getting emails from... I just started getting emails from fucking like 2011 and shit. Like, didn't get
There's
permission
one
to
when you
film
stood.
it.
There's one when you stood on the roof by 5 Points. Remember that?
An old Bill came.
Yeah. We had to dash off, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah, but we haven't done it all the time, you know what I mean? The thing is, like, I come from a background that is skateboarding, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you know how skateboarding is, like, okay, the cops are there, the guy is there, the handrail is there, 1, 2, 3, go, we maybe get 2 shots, you know what I mean? And then we go.
Yeah.
And I play the same car, but it's obviously not the same, we're still there for the whole day.
Yeah, it's crazy that the mad shit you used to get into as a skater, I swear.
Man,
People used to fucking hate skateboarders, man.
Yeah.
Bro,
Like,
I love nowadays it's cool, you know what I mean? But
I
back
know.
in 2000 and 2001, 2002, we are the
everyone-
most hated people in the world, you know what I mean? I remember one day, there was like a hospital in there, you know what I mean? I was closed, and they had of these like fences and stuff. And I saw the security guy in there and the cleaners in the corner having a cigarette, and I was like, okay, well, let's go. I take the walks and just go up. It was like maybe like 20 stairs, like not like a handrail, like a box, you know what I mean? Like a grind box. Going up. And I went there with the wax like this, walking up, boom, boom, one did one shot. Look, the guy was coming, I was like, quick, run up. Boom, did another one. And it was the guy was just like 1 meter away. I kind of pushed him to do it, you know what I mean? I didn't get it through, and he was okay, that's it, we're gone. And the guy just called me, and I was like, for fuck's sake. I was like, man, I think that you need to put a little bit more wax on that. And I was like, what? Say, man. And there was the security there having a cigarette, and the cleaner having a cigarette, watching us doing it. And I was like, that's dope, you know what I mean? But that's once in life, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that doesn't happen much, isn't it?
that's a rare one, man.
Yeah.
Hey, carry on.
Yeah, not in fucking Bedmo back in 2001 or whatever. What more?
Yeah, man.
Nothing me, no.
People did not like skaters, man.
No, man.
Ugh.
But it was all the same thing, you know what I mean? People didn't used to like rappers, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And look at now, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Rappers are the cool people, and the skaters are the cool people, you know what I mean?
It's funny, isn't it?
Yeah.
How things change.
Yeah, man. It's just funny. Just funny.
Do you reckon it's changed in Spain too? Like, I don't know what the scene's like in Spain, because like when I went to Barcelona, it doesn't seem to be like much of a strong hip hop scene. But I don't know, is it the same like in Canaries?
In Canary is a funny one, because Canary Island, the thing in Spain was like by cities, you know what I mean? Everything kind of started in Madrid, but didn't really pop in late 80s, beginning of 90s. Then moved to Barcelona, popped quite a lot. Then South Spain, but it's just weird, because the people that got super famous in there, they're super strong, and they have been super strong for 20 years, you know what I mean? And there's a lot of underground that never got to the level. There's no mid level, you know what I mean? It's like super famous or like
Is
super
that on
underground.
like hip hop level, yeah? Like
yeah.
hip hop artists.
The hip hop artists, you know what I mean? But it's also because it's like an American culture that they speak English. In there, the population never understood what was it, you know what I mean? So the people that doesn't follow hip hop, they never understood what hip hop is. It's just like dodgy people that they are like blah blah streetwise, you know. So the population never respected in a way of like being a culture, you know what I mean, or a music form, you know what I mean? And now it just blew around the whole fucking world, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the old people cannot do anything to stop it, you know what I mean? And the people that is like from our age to youngers, you know what I mean, they all follow the culture, you know what I mean? But most of the people don't really understand the background, you know what I mean?
And also the people our age, like we were saying it the other day, like are in positions now, like magazines or like radio shows, or they're fucking
sponsorships, all of that,
exactly, you know what I mean? So
it's mad,
it all kind of comes full circle. You know?
Yeah, and in Canary Island, the thing is like it never got so strong, because it's kind of like 3 hours away from Spain. You know what I mean? So it was like the north, Barcelona, Madrid, the south, but Canary Islands during the whole time was there, being super strong, super underground, because in a way we kind of got it before them, because the people that traveled from South America and America, the first stop was Canary Island, you know what I mean? So there was 2 guys that traveled from Canary Island to there and stayed there for like 10 years, something like that. So when they came back, they brought all that roots, you know what I mean? Kind of like salsa, hip hop, kind of like mix. So we kind of got that rhythms before Spain, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it never blew. Then blew in Spain, and the people in Canary Island got super strong, but never got the support, you know? And I remember in like 2005, 2006, a lot of them traveled to Barcelona and Madrid, and they killed the scene in there. They killed it. Everybody was like, whoa, we always knew that Canary Island was strong, but we never imagined that was this strong, you know what I mean? One of the guys signed for like a super big record label and all the stuff.
What kind of like hip hop is it? Is it like
underground, like super hardcore, like super, not hardcore, but like
because like when I was in Barcelona, it seemed more like it was like on like American flex, you know?
No,
what I mean?
no,
like
this is more like well, they kind of like.
But it is, I suppose, it's
kind of
more
like
American.
Big
than-
Al,
Yeah.
all the big good, you know what I mean? All this kind of like
Got any
influence.
names?
Like,
Got any names to?
yeah, I can
to
mention
reference?
like Buddha, Juice Malera, the guy that you did a track, the guy that I told you,
Right,
Fred
I
the
need to
Apostle,
fucking-
Charles Stamp, who else, man? A lot of them. There's a lot that they're maybe not making much nowadays, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like a few years ago, they were super strong in there, you know, from Gran Canaria and Tenerife, you know,
Yeah.
both sides, yeah. But now seems to be a bit slow again, you know, because I think that the boom bap kind of like took that journey of like up then down. They came up a few
Yeah.
years ago, and now it's
Yeah.
slowly they'll be like spreading on all this like new trap, this, that.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like hard to kind of position people nowadays, you know what I mean?
Yeah, everything. It's like hybrid shit, isn't it? Like
Yeah.
potent funk.
Yeah,
It's sick, man. I like
Yeah,
how it's
no,
going.
no,
Do you know
yeah.
what I mean? It's like
I love the
it's
directions.
interesting. You know what I mean? It's like
I
people
love it.
ain't
I
so
love it.
boxed in anymore. You can kind of.
Yeah.
There's infinite directions now. you
Yeah,
can go in,
and
isn't
I
it?
think
The
that's a
only-
good thing, man, because
Yeah.
people used to get way too boxed in on like
Yeah,
one
man.
fucking
Yeah.
like I've got to rap like this or whatever, or they get caught up
Yeah.
in it. Sometimes I get sick of like doing
Mm.
the same thing,
Yeah, and if you
and that's because I like doing it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I like writing to that
Yeah,
shit. So
yeah.
it's but then I need to.
Yeah. I remember the time,
Best time.
where when we were skating there, I got a guy that I know from back home as well, that he was so like this, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I remember if you are a kind of like a rapper, like a old school, like kind of boom bap rapper, if you do something that is a little bit off that, you know what I mean? A little bit, not even commercial, but even if you sing on a hook, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, oh, he's being commercial, you know what I mean? Everybody's gonna be on you, and it's like, fuck, come on, man. That was a few years, you know what I mean? Remember like that?
Yeah,
that you
yeah,
have to be
yeah.
like a strong, hardcore,
So-
otherwise
yeah.
you're not a rapper, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And it's
That's
just so
bullshit
silly,
is
man.
to get hung up on that anyway. It's just,
Yeah.
isn't it?
yeah, it's dead, man.
Yeah,
I
stupid,
think
man.
People
The
need
only
to
thing
just
that-
chill. Let people just make music. Do you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, obviously, there is some fucking
You get the choice
real,
to listen
like,
or not listen. innit?
manufactured shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. You
yeah.
just don't have to listen to it.
There's loads
It's
of
easy.
shit. out
It's
there
easy.
that-
Don't
That's-
listen it. Yeah,
same
don't
like-
get angry about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Don't waste
same,
your
same
time.
with the podcast. You know,
Yeah,
what I mean?
it's
Like,
not-
you
it's
don't
a
have
crap,
to,
isn't
Yeah.
people don't. If anything you don't like, you're not feeling. Just
Yeah.
switch it off.
Just
Don't
turn it
support
off.
it. Yeah, that's it.
It's,
Yeah.
it's as simple
Yeah.
as that, man. It's funny. Like,
Yeah.
That's what I do all the time. Every day I don't listen to music that I don't like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every day.
yeah, I'm
That's
good at it.
I'm really
Like,
good
I'm
at it.
sick at listening to
I only
like,
listen
not
to
listening
stuff that I
music
like.
that I don't like.
Amazing. It's such a skill.
It's easy.
Yeah. Yeah, but I remember that time, especially when YouTube came quite like big, you know what I mean, and all of that. And everybody was just checking. I was, oh, look at this, look at that, blah, blah, send it to your friends. Oh, look at this guy's doing the nice.
Yeah.
Let them be, you know what I mean?
It seems so normal now.
Yeah.
But when you think back to it, like, I remember not even having a computer, like, and then getting a computer and having to use dial-up and
Dial-ups.
it
yeah,
takes
man.
forever, and
No
it's
one,
like,
no one can ring the
and
house.
then YouTube, like, it's mad that YouTube like happened. What was it? 2005
7, I
Something
think.
like that,
Yeah, maybe 5.
or
5,
3?
6, 7,
2003,
around
I
there,
think,
I thought it was 7.
or
but
5.
I don't know.
3 or 5. I'm putting money on it. Fact check it.
Yeah.
Fact check.
I don't know. I reckon 7 though. But
Ask Siri. Ask her on the mic.
I ain't got Siri linked up, man. What was it? YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now when he's searching, one thing that I don't really respect or like, you know what I mean? It's like all these like new people that make kind of hip hop and the new styles or whatever, they don't
Are you right,
know
bro?
anything about the roots, you know what I mean? And they don't want to. That's the thing, that they don't want to know anything about.
Yeah.
You said to them, oh, you know who Gutan is?
No.
It's like, come on, man. You
But
made
they don't
trap,
have
or you
to,
made
innit?
this, or
Yeah.
you made that. All of that came from hip hop. At least, I'm not asking you to follow it or to respect it or to support it, but at least know
Yeah.
where what you're doing came from. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if you talk to any like rock bands or whatever, even
Yeah,
if they do
know
a
the
different
history,
style,
innit? Yeah.
they know who Black Sabbath was, or AC/DC, or this or that. You know what I mean?
I think you should with anything, man. You know what I mean? At least like a little bit.
Yeah, it's
You know what I'm
knowledge. You
saying?
know
You
what I
don't,
mean?
you
But
don't have to like. You don't
Then
have to
you-
know everything about it. You don't have to know the names. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But just
know where it came from.
or
you know what I
even
mean?
not even know nothing about it, but still pay
Problem is
a
the
bit of
people that are
respect.
doing
Pay
that.
attention. Yeah.
That's all. Like,
Yeah.
you don't have to. I mean,
Yeah.
you can not like it.
Yeah.
You can not like. Yeah, again, you can not like it. I mean, it is what it is, man.
Yeah,
If you
I
wanna be
remember-
vocal about that.
They're
shit.
never going to change their minds though because
Yeah.
they're not into it for
They're
hip-hop.
not into it, but
They
I'm
never
not
was
asking-
into hip hop. They
not asking-
make it as a hustle, innit? They're
Yeah.
making good
Yeah.
money out of doing like
Yeah.
oh,
What they're
fucking
doing.
auto-tune, man. We can all
Yeah.
go.
Yeah. Or not
Yeah.
even just
Like,
auto-tune.
whatever
just
it is, yeah, but
fucking
whatever. Yeah,
And
But
they
they
respect it
didn't
and-
get into hip hop first and go,
No.
oh, I want to be an artist now and I want
Yeah.
to make music. So you
Yeah.
can't. You're
But-
never going to change their mind.
No,
So
no,
that-
that's the thing. They're not gonna change their mind, but and of course they're not gonna pay any interest.
But,
You know.
it
But
should
I'm
be
not asking
that
them
way.
to be into it, but at least
pay respect, pay homage, innit?
Spend one day or one evening of your life researching a little bit
Where
and
it
knowing
comes
it.
from. Yeah.
And that's it, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
At least you know. I remember one conversation now you say in Ibiza, and it was outside the venue. And who was it? It was there. Was this super famous DJ that plays shit and charge like millions for a game?
David Guetta.
Yes, that's the one. So I was outside a venue, right, with my mate there.
Was
and the guy was like, you follow him, innit? And the guy was like, oh, David Guetta, bro, he's the best DJ, bro. And he was like, no, bro, David Guetta is not the best DJ.
Yeah,
shit DJ, man. He doesn't even mix. He just play, blah, blah. And he charged, like, oh, you tell me that. And I was like, bro, DJ Cuber. That's one of the best DJs.
Babu, anyone like.
That's the best DJ.
Yeah.
And he was like, what that guy's, man? And he was like, oh, come on, man. And I started saying it to him, and he was like, oh yeah, but how many plays does he get? How much money does he get? And I was alright, yeah, David Guetta get 100 times more money than him, but that doesn't mean that he's a better DJ, you know what I mean? We ended having an argument, I was like, man, fuck off, whatever. And his mate that was there was like, man, I'm finding what you're saying so interesting, tell me more about it, you know what I mean? And he started chatting with this guy for like half an hour in there, just explaining everything, and the guy was like, man, respect you for all the knowledge that you gave me, and I was like, cool, I go home now feeling
good,
feeling good, you know what I mean? That one guy show any interest, you know what I mean? But his mate was like, no, David Guetta is the best DJ in the world, and I was like, alright, mate, fair play.
Yeah, man.
You know, it's
just all based on money, most people's opinion, isn't it?
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
What he earns the most, isn't it? Like,
money, some plays, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Fuck it. The stats thing, I find that funny, man. I play into it because, like,
you have to play a part.
You kind of have to acknowledge it. But it is just the fucking, like, show me mine, show me yours, I'll show you mine. Like, come on. Like,
it's a circle jerk.
It is, do you know what I mean? It's like, and it's good, it's like, it's nice to see or whatever, but it's like, you don't
it's good to feel proud of if you've done it yourself. But it's not about, like, it's not about
it's just funny. It's funny when it just all comes out, because it's just like...
And you can't help it, because everyone wants to show it, because you're proud, isn't it?
Yeah.
But then it turns into fucking... Like, I got mad disappointed, but then I realised mine was only around for 2 months, my profile, wasn't it?
Yeah, it don't matter.
So it wasn't a year, so I was like, oh, mine's crazy low, man. Like,
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
and then I was like, what
the
the
thing
fuck? I don't care anyway, I never cared in the first place.
It kind of puts something in your brain as well, because you're going to watch a track on YouTube, you know what I mean? And before, everybody does it. Before you watch the track, you already look at the plays, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you just judge the track for the plays that it has, you know what I mean? So you just create something in your brain of what you want to watch, you know what I mean? So imagine if we go back to the beginning and we take all the plays and all the likes away. Music will be judged by the quality, you know what I mean?
How it should be, yeah.
And it's just mad, you know what I mean? It's mad.
They're doing that on Instagram, isn't it?
What?
They're taking away the view, the like count or whatever.
Yeah, can I lead the wrong?
Yeah, help yourself, man.
Sorry,
yeah, they're taking the likes off of Instagram, so like you can't see other people's amounts.
Yeah,
of
because
likes.
they're killing mental health of Johnsons, man.
Yeah.
What, because people are killing themselves over it?
Yeah, in
it's
America,
fucked,
yeah. Mal depression, killing each other, killing themselves, blah, 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 just because of the likes on Instagram and things like that, man.
It is that cold, man. That's fucked. Yeah, it's sad.
But that's how easy it is. I got hung up on it for like a day or something. I was like, hang on a minute.
Yeah, well, imagine being like fucking like a young kid in school or whatever, and you get
that's what it's all about.
That's the fucked thing is, like, how they say, like, you used to just get bullied at school and you'll go home and it'd be alright.
No, but it's not
and
anymore.
now you go home and it's like,
innit?
well,
yeah, you get bullied. You're scared to show how you are on media because people is gonna bully you. You know what I mean? There was a
it's kind of
documentary
changed as well, like for the other ways, like recently more.
Yeah,
it's kind of gone like fully people are just being themselves, like even to the point some people
are standing up to a lot more things as well than they would have done. Like, it's easier to stand up to something online, isn't it?
Because you can get a fucking group behind you, like
people, and you don't actually have to do it.
Like you'd have to fucking ride from village to village.
You don't actually have to do it either. You just type.
Make your point in front of like a load of people that might kill you if you don't forget. Shit's changed.
No doubt that in a way it's super good for connections and links, you know what I mean?
There's loads of good stuff.
You can work and talk to people all across the world and show your work without
it, but like we wouldn't have careers.
Yeah.
Or
so
like, I wouldn't have done anything.
Yeah.
I mean, I would, you know what I mean? I still would have, like, I still would have done the same thing because I fucking love it so much. I would have done what
you would have done what we did before, and just link around Bristol and
and
fucking
thing. Go travel to different cities and do shows and ciphers and shit. Like, I mean, we even did that at the beginning, but it's not this. Yeah, I mean, now it's so much easier. Even from the beginning, for us, it was fucking easier.
Yeah,
because I could communicate with people, like you say, around the world, and you could
go
build
across,
up friendships and
and
that shit would have been hard before, man. You'd need like booking agents and like. Now you can see the person. It's not like an email. You know what I mean? You get an email come through and you're an artist.
But also,
and you're like,
also as well, lost a little bit of like the being your idol, you know what I mean, and that kind of thing of like your God, you know what I mean. Before, you know what I mean, Nas, wow, whatever, you don't know anything, you know what I mean. When you see something about him, it's like, now you know what he fucking is eating today, you know what I mean. And it's like, oh, fucking hell, the man is eating that shit, you know what I mean. There's no respect for him, you know what I mean. You know what I mean, that kind of thing as well, that you get to know too much about people, you know.
Definitely, man.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a funny.
But then
one,
part of that is like, you know what I mean. It's probably why people feel more. I don't know. Actually, maybe it isn't. People, fuck knows. It's a tricky one. So it's a proper like.
It's good and bad to all of it, man, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like the fact that they're more humanized makes it more possible for people to feel like they could do something good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean, within themselves? So that's a good thing.
Yeah.
But then it loses like. He's not Nas anymore. He's just some guy eating cornflakes every day.
Exactly, you know what I mean?
Get pissed off with Nas, like what the fuck?
Yeah, it's just jokes, man. But at the same time, that's what we're doing here.
Yeah.
At the same time, it's what we're doing here.
Yeah, definitely.
Social media and that. We need it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We all cool that. And I got the only stupid romantic ones nowadays that put the album on a wax, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I'd do the same.
Nah, it should be done, man.
Yeah,
I wish I did
but
mine.
it's one of my dreams, you know what I mean? I always wanted to have my album on wax,
mine
you know
too,
what I mean?
man,
Man.
And for some people, even I had coming back to the album a little bit, let's leave the media, you know what I mean? So I can promote myself a little bit as well. I had Ben the other day interview with me for a wordplay. And he was sat in the studio saying, oh man, I always wanted to be sat in this sofa, you know what I mean? A lot of people have been through doing this, it's like kind of a dream, blah, blah. And for me, I always wanted to have the studio in a city like that and have a record out, you know, with my own music, you know what I mean? I'm supported for a label or whatever, but I just ended doing it myself. And it's kind of one of my dreams came through. And he said to me, when he looked at the featurings and all of that, he was a lot of people in UK dream to have this album, you know what I mean? We saw these artists in there and all of that, you know what I mean?
Definitely, man.
And in a way, for me, it's kind of like, I respect a lot of them, but all of them down here are because of my mates, you know what I mean? It's not like I pay to have you in here, to have you in there, But I don't know how much young people love them in a way of like, this is the artist that I've been following all my life, all of that, you know what I mean? Because I know for this country, you know what I mean? So, for example, Bertie or Rez or that kid or any of them, you know what I mean? That they have been working hard for a long time, you know what I mean? Even before I came here, you know what I mean? So all these people have been following them since then, you know what I mean? Yeah. But I came here and I just met them, became friends, and we made music together, you know what I mean? But I don't know the sentimental value that other people who having an album with all of them in, you know what I mean?
What, like how other people would feel?
Yeah, about having this album, you know what I mean? With all these featurings and all of that, you know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, cool, like, I complete my dream, you know, having all these artists in there, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's just all about stepping.
And getting on wax, man. Wax
is the fucking dream, man.
Yeah, man.
I reckon that's like the first time we got to press the wax.
Still never done it, man.
Mate,
it's got to be done.
Well, no, because you've had cuts on.
But I've not had an album of mine.
Oh, right, not like.
Yeah, but the same for me. I had a track featuring with a Section Red. And then I did the Lazy Eyes album as well, and I had it in wax, and I played there, but it's just me featuring in there, you know what I mean? But the first one was the Section Red, and when I hear my vocals in there, you know what I mean, rapping on a track, and I was looking at the monitors, and the computer was off, and I was like, dope. Fucking music is coming from there, you know what I mean? That's me in there, you know what I mean? It was like a whole different, like...
Yeah, definitely, man.
Yeah.
It is a different...
way of seeing it, you know what I mean?
I reckon that's like, do you reckon like, the next generation will feel like that with wax? Do you reckon it's a timeless thing?
Yeah, because it's about
because it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not. I mean, it is.
No, it is. Everyone knows the score with wax again now, even the young.
Yeah, man. A lot of people respect it a lot more for having a wax. You know,
there's a lot more record players been sold in the last 10 years than 10 years before that.
Yeah, 2 years ago. Yeah, Amazon, the thing that they sold the most in like kind of electronic equipment and stuff was record players.
Yeah.
2 years ago for Christmas.
You can tell. Yeah.
And last year was the first year in the last 15 years or something like that. Kind of 10, 15, 12.
Yeah, they sold.
That records were sold more than CDs and MP3s online. Yeah.
People
more
buy
than MP3s.
Yeah.
Mate, I work in a record shop in St.
Nah.
Yeah, man.
More than MP3s.
Who buys MP3s?
No one buys them anymore. They've got Spotify, man.
Come on, bro. Everybody streams shit. Everybody stream. People not gonna pay for your album on MP3. 3 or 4
people still buy.
Yeah, saying that, man.
Shit.
Yeah, a few here and there, but say to a like 15 years old boy to buy an MP3, you're gonna be like, you're stupid. I go Spotify, Tidal,
Apple, whatever.
iTunes, blah, 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 blah. It's not in their minds to buy music, you know.
Yeah.
So with records, people that really loves
Shout
the
to the people
music.
still buy the music though.
Yeah,
No,
there's
no,
loads of
shout
them,
for them, man.
When I do the record shop in St Nick's, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's
I
what
mean, buy the
noticed.
record. That's it.
Notice like just enough younger people coming through and just being like, oh yeah, have you got this or
Yeah, that is.
where do I get a record player? I want to buy this Marvin Gaye album.
Yeah.
Like it's just like what the fuck, man, that's wicked.
That's wicked, man. But
Yeah,
they saying they did a study about it a few years ago, and they said that people, human beings, like physical things. You know what I mean? Like to touch.
it's an
and
analog
have it.
sound, isn't
You
it?
know what I mean? So when you have a lot of, they
yeah.
don't even have folders on the phone. So I remember when we passed from CDs to MP3s and all of that.
Yeah.
Everybody wanted to have a hard drive full of music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think the young people don't even have that anymore. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? They
definitely.
have streaming because it's easy. You have everything in one play. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
To
But
be fair, I'm
with-
fucking guilty of that anyway.
yeah, everybody.
We're all
Me
like-
too.
Nah,
Me
yeah,
too.
innit?
You know what I mean? I got a lot of folders on my
Yeah,
I've still
stuff.
got my archives, man.
I
But
don't-
everybody
nothing
love
weird,
to
like-
have this, you know what I mean? Love to
Yeah.
have it in physical format
Yeah.
that you can see, you can touch it. It's a memory, and you put it there on your
Definitely, man.
on your table or whatever.
I love it, but
Mm.
it's way better. Like if you're gonna buy an album, yeah, I suppose so. Yeah, if you're gonna buy the album, you get the
Yeah, if you're gonna
download
pay
code
for
with
it,
the
yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are gonna buy
album
the vinyl.
anyway.
And
So you
can
might as
tell
well
'cause
spend the fucking.
in the last 10 years, how
Be on
many
the
new
vinyl,
records?
CD, yeah.
Yeah.
In the last 10 years, there's about 10, 20 new record players that have been like made recently.
Is it?
Some of them got like a USB on them, some
Yeah.
of them are fucking...
Bluetooth and stuff. you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
but they're
Yeah.
just new record players and they're like,
Yeah.
you know, 60 quid or whatever.
Yeah,
fucking-
exactly.
I've seen the little like portable ones. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You
the
can-
portable ones.
Yeah, that
you
one's
They're
that one.
pretty sick. Yeah.
Because people is not gonna buy a Technic, you know what I mean?
Mm.
But the people that wanna just listening at home, they got this one. It's like Bluetooth. You can play it from your phone,
Yeah.
but you can also put the record,
Like,
record it on
from the
MP3,
speakers or whatever
and
as
all
well.
of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's also a trendy thing a little bit. That
Yeah.
you
Yeah, it's
have this
trendy again, yeah.
Work with the records, you know what I mean? With that, it's like having books, you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
cool to have your living room full of books. You maybe don't read them, but you have it there and look cool. So people feel the
Yeah.
same about records, you know what I mean?
Yeah, have you seen those ones when
It's real talk, man.
there's some YouTube videos when there's like a producer there doing his own video and he hasn't got loads of records, but he's got wallpaper, like just loads of records behind him.
Serious.
Yeah, serious, like just wallpaper of it. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
They used to have it in FOP, innit? Going up
Yeah,
the
man.
stairs, they had like the vinyl
People love it
covers.
just to
You
show
just
off,
copy
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
wallpaper
but it's
from
just a
FOP.
fake
Yeah.
wallpaper on the back, and they're like, yeah.
I remember one gig, we were in Exeter, Goose, Chillman and me performing, and there was this guy just next to me for the whole gig. And he's scratching there, he's just there next to me like this, you know what I mean? Asking me a lot of questions, and like, bro, come on, don't you see that I'm working here, I'm performing, you know? And the guy's
Yeah.
like carried on in there. I said, oh man, you're so sick, I would like to learn how to DJ, you know what I mean? I got a lot of records,
Yeah,
blah,
like-
and I was like, oh man, just practice at home. I was like, I still need to get a turntable. And I was like, hold on, you just said you have a lot of records. I said, yeah, I just bought this high focus and all of that, but I don't have a turntable. And I was like, so why don't you buy it then? You know what I mean? Just to be cool and have it in your living room like that. It's like, you know what I mean? So it's a double side on that as well. With the physical things. But people like it. People like to have
Yeah,
it.
definitely. Collectors as well.
Exactly,
A lot
yeah.
of people that are into hip hop are actually collectors, aren't they?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
They like to, I'm a collector of loads of things.
Especially
to
if
be
you
honest.
like if you like hip hop as well, it's like it's quite an old like art form now. You know what I'm saying? It's like quite like if you like the
Yeah.
old boom bappish shit,
Yeah.
like and you still like making that, it's quite like an old thing. So
Honestly,
No.
there's loads of it. There's loads of hip hop aspects to it, innit?
yeah,
It's like a battle thing if you collect vinyl. It's like,
yeah.
yeah, I got a copy of this, you haven't.
Yeah.
It's almost battle-y. Like,
Well, it is
Yeah.
fully like
Like,
that's,
it is,
that's why
it
you
is.
have fucking battles, like
Yeah, yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean?
And you
So
feel
it's the
proud
same,
when you-
it's another fucking pillar in the.
or you
when-
feel sick when you
in
get
the
a copy
mix.
of something that nobody else has got and you've got the vinyl and you,
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
going to be like, yes, bro, look.
And when you
Exactly,
find
yeah.
a sample as well, like I fucking love finding samples,
mate.
yeah, where like you hear it, you
Best
listen to
feeling,
the tune,
man.
you're like, oh, I know where that's from,
That's
or like
it,
you're
yeah.
playing a record and you're like, oh shit,
Cool, yeah.
that's the fucking
Sample
sample
of this,
that's
of that,
from-
yeah. I'm so
I mean,
proud that I got a lot of sample from Nas albums.
Yeah.
Of
Yeah,
record,
yeah.
you know what I mean? And I play. I'm not gonna use it because it's been sampled before and
What's
stuff.
that
but it's like,
one,
that's the track, that's the track,
That's the one, you got the
that's
original,
track,
yeah.
and you got it on wax, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because also if you're a hip hop producer that make kind of like boom bap 90s kind of sound, you need to know a lot about soul,
Samples,
funk,
yeah, of course.
jazz, you know what I mean? Because that's where it came from, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the reason I know about that music, really. Literally, that is the reason.
Mm.
Went
What's-
in deep.
What's the that French fucking animation like Wonderful Planet or some shit?
Nah,
Where
not Planet Earth, yeah, I know the one that you mean.
and
yeah,
it's
yeah,
been
yeah.
like sampled so much, man. You play
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
it's just
which
like
one's
what
Ah,
the
it's
fuck,
cool,
like,
man. Yeah, I remember that
sample
with the,
after sample.
with the toys, with the turn with the little
yeah, it's like
figures
the little
on
people,
it, yeah,
and then
yeah,
there's the big.
yeah, the guy.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I remember the one. Yeah, has been
I
sampled a
swear,
lot.
I swear it's that
I love-
Wonderful Planet or some shit.
Wonderful planet, no, it's
Or
not
like-
wonderful. It's another. It's a planet with another word.
Fantastic Planet or some shit. Fuck knows.
I can't remember.
That's
Yeah, but
why I wish I
another
had-
one that you say. Yeah, it's like 70s, 80s film kind of.
Yeah,
super old. Yeah.
Proper weird, like just
Yeah.
sound effects, like no
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
talking.
Is it? Yeah, I don't know it. I must know it, innit?
Yeah, if you don't, I feel like
Yeah,
I'm
you probably
proud.
have to watch it.
Like,
You probably have to watch it.
Yeah, I must. I don't know.
Planet Earth.
It's not ringing any bells, to be honest.
so, where's it? Hold on. Let me just put it up.
You have to send it to me, man.
I hate this now. It's like when you hear a tune and you don't know the name.
By the way, just to
sorry,
interrupt, I'm just going to say, you were right, Facebook was 2005.
Facebook, YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube,
YouTube.
sorry.
YouTube,
Yeah, 2005. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was 7.
That's what I'm saying. That's why it's mad. Like I was 15.
That's crazy. It was that young, that
Yeah.
long ago. I would have thought of it.
No, I thought it was I thought it was longer ago.
Yeah,
but
long-
you
long-
imagine a war now without YouTube.
Nah,
it's mad, isn't it?
it's
You know what I mean? It's like,
what would it be? Vimeo?
yeah, what we're gonna do, man?
Imagine they cut all of them. It's just like to do live.
Like the internet broke or some shit. On 2K or whatever
Yeah,
it was.
you were just
But
like,
it's so
2
scary, man.
K.
Imagine that all of that disappear now.
yeah, that's crazy.
How much information will be lost? Because back in the day, it was CDs and tapes and all of that, and you
Yeah.
keep it in there. But now it's all on the net. If that
Yeah.
disappear, everything is lost. Even when you make a video and you pay a lot of people to
That's
make
what
the
I'm
video,
saying, that's why you
you
need
don't
the
keep a copy.
MP3s, man. That's
Yeah.
why it's people. That's why shouts to the people copying the MP3s, man.
big up for all of them, man.
Yeah, I'm saying you get the vinyl and the MP3.
Yeah, for sure.
Download that
Ready
shit.
for the apocalypse.
Yeah, ready for the
collectors.
apocalypse.
We told you.
Apocalypse. You can sit in your fucking
This is
bunker
why we did
and
it.
just bump our shit.
Did you research about the film now? I need to know now.
Oh yeah.
Planet,
No,
planet,
Hold on.
planet what? Planet, no, something with
I reckon
planet.
it's Fantastic Planet, mate.
No.
Yeah, it is.
Fantastic Planet.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, Fantastic Planet.
Okay, alright, that one there. I probably knew it in
Trailer.
Spanish, you know what I mean? I had a different name. Planeta Fantástico, puede ser, maybe, yeah, maybe. Maybe it's that one, yeah. Yeah, that's the one.
était venu pour les enfants dragues de participer à leur première méditation.
No, I don't know.
La cérémonie de
I have to
l'initiation
watch this wiki, man.
marquait
Yeah,
pour eux une
send
étape
it to me.
essentielle sur le chemin de la
this is
connaissance.
this is some trailer, man.
I actually
Planeta
don't know it.
Fantástico, yeah.
Oh shit.
Look at the samples, man, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it.
It's mad the samples on it. Like
Yeah.
for people out there, go on YouTube, type in Fantastic Planet and fucking.
No, don't say it. Now they're gonna have a lot of new beats with that.
check
That
out-
have been
Nah,
sampled
this
a hundred times.
you can't like. It's been sampled way too
Yeah,
many times. Everything on
too
this has
many,
been
too
like.
many, yeah.
Yeah, it's like perfect, isn't it?
Yeah, it's perfect.
I
The
don't,
whole film,
I don't know it, so I can
The
flip
whole
it.
film is like flips and flips.
Yeah.
Let's see if I skip a bit further.
Depuis un certain temps, j'avais perdu ma
Yeah,
complicité
fuck
avec
this. Alright. Anyway,
Man, send me that sort.
yeah, nah, I will. I gotta go give my lady a rollie quickly.
Yeah.
Whilst we're recording.
Yeah.
Hey, dog, check
I'm gonna
down.
go a little break.
We can have a little break if you want.
Yeah, I don't mind.
I don't know.
We'll carry on talking.
Carry on.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Break of.
There was another thing for me, Ro. I don't know how you think about what do you think about when I started making beats and was like so easy go digital, boom, download the stuff, blah, and I put this like stupid rule to me just to make it harder that everything had to be sampled from a record. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I said about it on my podcast.
Yeah, most of the
one I
time,
did last week.
Most of the time, not even finding something that hasn't been sampled before, or maybe you can use sometimes
Yeah,
here
you
and
can
there stuff that
refit.
has been sampled before.
Yeah, but you
but
gotta
not
be
like
careful
super,
with it.
yeah, super evident. You
Yeah,
know what I
yeah.
mean? And I put that rule, I don't know, like maybe 10 years ago, of like everything I want to sample have to be from a record.
From a record, yeah, I don't do that rule, man.
Yeah, no, I at the moment I'm like a little bit like, I think that I've been done like 4 or 5 beats in the last
Yeah.
5, 6, 7 years. That
My
come from
thing is
MP3.
like if I have it on vinyl, then I'll use it. Obviously,
yeah,
like I'm not gonna not use it. But
yeah. But you're not
my
gonna
vinyl-
limit it yourself.
I don't buy
to
a
do
lot
it.
of vinyl anymore.
Yeah.
So my stuff is obviously just I've been through it a lot. There probably is loads in there that I haven't used to be honest. Oh, there always is. But my thing is like I'm always looking for a new sample. So
Yeah.
if I'm at home, then I'm just looking. on YouTube or whatever. I look for
Yeah.
some crazy shit as well. Like,
Yeah.
it's not just regular stuff, but
Yeah.
and if it's good, I'll take it, man.
Yeah, it's
Because,
good, exactly.
you
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah.
like-
No, and I don't judge you, but I find it's a lot easier. You know what I mean? If you just go there, boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, of course.
And find this, find that, find
Yeah,
this, find
yeah,
that,
of
chop in
course.
there on digital,
It's
boom,
much
boom,
faster
down.
and like,
Yeah.
and it's
And I
much,
just put my thing of like,
it's much cheaper. Like,
yeah, no, definitely, yeah. And if not, even it's not better or worse. You know,
No,
it's
that's what I
exactly,
mean.
It's exactly the
That's what I'm
same.
saying, yeah.
It's exactly the same. But I just love this like thing of like putting the record, putting the needle down,
yeah.
going through
No, I
it,
get that.
and
Yeah.
make it harder for you. Of like, yeah, it's easy to
Yeah.
make a beat. You know what I mean? But just kind
No,
of
I
limited
understand all
yourself to like
Yeah.
suffer. You know what I mean? A little bit to find the
To
right
find the
one in
perfect-
there. You know what I mean?
a
And
little
just make
bit-
the beat.
yeah,
You
a
know
little
what I
bit
mean?
of pain in there. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. But it's so stupid. It's the same that with this 950. It's
Yeah.
making a beat on the screen that is like this. You know.
I always just think like if YouTube and stuff like that was around when Boom Bap was early, they would have used it too. So,
Of course, man.
like,
Of course, yeah.
you know, and it's just a tradition that came out of a format. It was maybe
Yeah.
one of 3 formats they could have sampled from, and that
Yeah.
was around at the time.
Was the only
Yeah.
one that they had. You know
So
what I
mine
mean?
is just like I don't want to always.
Hmm.
Sometimes I love making. I know what you're saying about you love put the record on.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
a DJ as well. You know that I'm a
Yeah, of
turntablist.
course.
I love all that, but. When I want to make a beat, I just want to make a beat.
Exactly.
You know?
And it's gonna be
I'm
the
in that
same
mood,
vibes.
and I
taken
don't want
from
to
the
change
record.
the mood, like
Yeah.
looking for a sample too much.
No.
I just, you know.
Just go there and make the beat, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. And it's the same that we're talking earlier on. What was it? About I can't remember. But yeah, about like kind of adapting to the new.
Yeah.
About being just so like hardcore rapper, you know, that
Yeah,
you cannot go
definitely.
out there. So
Yeah, I've
for
been like
years,
it.
the people that grew up in that era, you know what I mean? It's like
For
you
sure,
have to
yeah.
be stuck to this style of hip hop,
Yeah.
the one that you make, and
That's
you
the
have to
same
be
thing.
stuck to this thing, making the beats. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? If
definitely.
you step out, it's like kind of cheating or whatever. You know what I mean?
It's the same thing.
It took so long for me to kind of like break that wall and be
Yeah,
like, no
yeah.
man, it's a free world. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? You can do
totally.
whatever you want. You know what I mean?
I think for me as well, it helps because, or it helped before, is like, I don't always sample. Sometimes I just make beats where I just play everything, you know? And I make different type of stuff than just hip hop. So when
Yeah.
it comes to hip hop, I'm not so rigid with the rules. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I just want to make
But
music.
it's cool now because we're kind of like breaking all that kind of like stupid mentalities of like just be stuck to that and you cannot do anything else.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Especially with plugins nowadays. I remember back in the days when we used to make beats, like if you use plugins, man, what you doing? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You make a hip hop, you make it from samples and filtering and
Yeah.
stuff and make the drums
Just-
and it sound hard, but because it's true that back in the days plugins used to sound like really bad.
Yeah,
and
they were
you hear a
terrible
beat
at
and
the
was
beginning.
like,
Yeah,
whoa,
yeah,
what's
yeah.
that sound? You know what I mean? It's so like
Yeah, yeah.
commercial but plugins nowadays they sound so
Those-
organic
yeah, they're
and
amazing,
so
yeah.
dope, you know what I mean?
I use Contact like a lot. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
Contact's
fucking
dope, man. Yeah.
every so it's a plugin. So Contact's like if you got a blank MIDI keyboard with
Yeah.
your computer, yeah, you can get plugins and you can put a sax on there, you can put a piano on
Yeah,
there,
yeah.
whatever the fuck you want. But there's a thing called Contacts. So when you put a plugin on there, they're more time in it. They're digital in it, so that's how they work.
Yeah.
MIDI, yeah.
Yeah, MIDI. But
Yeah.
with Contacts, so I've got a grand Berlin piano,
Yeah.
and every note is sampled from the
From a
piano.
real
so it's
piano.
an audio
And
sample.
Like
the
when you
sounds
play it
are-
on the MIDI, it's still got the.
It's exactly like the piano.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
exactly
sounds
like the
it
piano.
sounds real.
Yeah.
I got a
But back in the
foot
days, you
pedal,
put a piano on MIDI and it's like,
Yes.
what's that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People used to make beats like that. So it was a big thing of like, you
Sounds-
make beats with MIDI, shut up.
Yeah.
We make
Yeah,
beats
yeah,
with
totally.
samples, you know what I mean? But
Yeah,
nowadays, samples sound, MIDI sounds really.
It's amazing. The content was audio and video, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly,
That's
yeah.
how they've done it. So it's perfect.
Mhm.
It's like I'd rather, I'm gonna sit at home and play a Berlin grand piano that costs £1 million.
Yeah.
I'm just like
On my 10 pound keyboard, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
exactly. It's
Yeah.
better than them Madlib sounds, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And you don't have to clean it, you don't have to pay for the record.
Yeah, but if I want to, I
things,
can
yeah.
put the Madlib sounds on there as well. Right?
Yeah. I'm
It's
started
perfect.
to do a little bit now, you know what I mean? Because I was quite skeptical.
What with MIDI?
With MIDI because I didn't know how it worked neither, you know what I mean?
It's- yeah,
so I
same
didn't
as
know,
me, it
I
took
didn't
me a
know the
long time.
music theories and all of
Yeah,
that. Now I
yeah,
know
yeah.
a little bit. And
Yeah,
I started
same.
to work with like plugins and with like
It's
MIDI as well on
amazing.
top, you know what I mean?
The thing about it, I find, is amazing. It's a really good way to creatively to
creative,
make
yeah,
music.
yeah. There's
'cause
no
you have to play
limitation.
everything, right?
Mm.
But you get the limit. The first block you get to in it, the first like kind of block
Yeah.
that stops you,
Yeah.
is you just get there and you're like learning all this stuff. Like, yeah, it's in key. This is in key. How it
Yeah,
works.
this
And then,
is the-
then
yeah.
you get to the first block, which is you realize you're just not a good musician because
Exactly. Now you shit. You realize that you
people-
don't know anything about music.
all
you know
those
what I mean?
piano, all the piano bits I like on other people's tunes is by someone who's been playing piano for 20 years, isn't it? And I'm like,
Yeah.
bring, trying to figure I could
And
do
you're
it,
not gonna
like,
be like
Yeah, you just
super
can't
dope,
do
but
that.
you could be playing a sample and do like dum,
Yeah.
dum, 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 dum,
Yeah.
dum, dum, dum,
Yeah, you can
whatever
do
you
that,
want,
yeah,
because you're
200,
capable to do that. If you
Yeah.
can move your finger, you are capable to do that.
Exactly,
But you
yeah.
need to know the theory of like, this is the
What a
key,
chord
these are the
is.
chords, these are the
Yeah.
notes that I need to be
I
playing.
know that
I
stuff as
learned
well.
that
but
shit
then-
in
yeah.
college. Like
I never
went
did
to
it ages
fucking access to music up in
And,
Hangrove.
Hangrove. I used to
Yeah.
live right there. That's
Yeah,
nice.
yeah, I went there for a little bit. I learnt a few chords and that. Like I can't remember what his name was, man. Our
Like-
keyboard teacher was a G. Like fucking
He was up there. There was a
G.
few people up there. That used to
I can't remember what his name was, man. He used to play with like I can't remember who fucking played with some big heads. Like I don't know, I can't-
Yeah, I recorded some saxophone back in the days from a guy that used to be in a school with like Chick Corea. You know Chick Corea? Chick Corea, the jazz player. He's like a guitar player. He plays, well, no guitar, no piano, but he plays the piano as well, like a guitar.
No, I don't
He
know.
has like it's
Yeah.
like a jazz musician.
Guitar, yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, he's super dope. And when I was recording him in the studio, he's the dad of one of my mates. The guy that used to skate with me all the time. And he's a jazz, like super dope jazz musician. And he came to record a few tracks for him. And we did a little
What down
deal.
in Dusty Sounds?
No, back home.
Oh, okay.
Back home a while back, and we did a little deal of like, okay, you don't pay me anything, I record the tracks for you. Because
Yeah.
he wanted for like a background for hotels and stuff. But then you record a few
Yeah.
sax melodies and stuff for my tracks.
Yeah, amazing.
And yeah, it was ridiculous. I saw him play, I was like, whoa. But the problem with these guys, like you say, do pa, 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 and they're like, yeah, whatever. Put the track on repeat, and they do loads. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's
so
what
you
happens
got-
when you
you
have a
got
dope
hours of it.
musician. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
they just
yeah.
spend 3 days just going through everything.
Yeah, to get the best
To-
bit.
yeah, exactly. And everything is good. So it's
Yeah,
how,
yeah.
how do I pick the
No,
stuff?
yeah.
You know? Yeah.
That's like an infinite, amazing sample.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. It's like with the guy. What you did in here, I can make a whole album or 3 albums. You know what I mean? Just with all that sax on one track. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's the knowledge of like knowing about music.
Yeah.
You can just fuck about with that. You know what I mean? It's like being a rapper and you have to be stuck to like, I don't know, one rhyme for the whole life. You know what I mean? And then you find that there's a whole dictionary. You know what I mean? And it's like,
Yeah.
shit. You know what I mean? I got all these possibilities that I wasn't exploring it before. You know?
I love sampling, man. Sampling is one of my favourite
Yeah.
things to do. It's,
I like finding
sampling,
records,
yeah.
man. Like I
just
fucking
playing it back once it's in the pads and you get to play
Yeah.
it back. It's
Chop it
like-
up in there and yeah, just
It's the best thing, man. Like,
This woman tried to fuck me up in the fucking charity shop in France when I was over there seeing my family.
yeah. What, this time?
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Trust me, I'm there going through the records. Like I pick out like Mary's always like, yeah, go for the fucking anything from the 70s, you know what I mean? And I
Yeah.
just, you know what I mean? You can
Yeah.
tell certain
70s
things, you can
is the
see
one.
what the vibe's gonna be of the record and shit.
Yeah.
And like I picked up maybe 4 or 5 records, got up to the till, and my mum works at the charity shop.
Yeah.
She works there when it opens on like the weekend or whatever. And she's like, oh, how much for these then? And another woman who's working there, like turned around and was like, yeah, they're like €4 or €5 each.
What?
I was just like, just looked at her, I was
No,
just
they're
like, nah, do you know what I mean? Take 'em back, just walk straight out the shop, like, and my mum comes out a little bit later, like, we're just having a fucking coffee or whatever, and she's like, yeah, that woman was like, she works
Straight to the
there,
hustle,
but she
isn't
was
it?
just, she just fucking, she felt like such an idiot afterwards, like, not like my mum was trying to back her, she was like, he's a fucking idiot. Like, the woman who owns the place was like, nah, they're like €1 each max.
Yeah, because
Do you know what I mean? But she saw me looking for him and thought like,
and she knew
Oh,
that
'cause
you
he-
know about the stuff and the stuff, you know what I mean? I was like,
man,
when I
tried to
read-
hustle. It's like, it's fucking
Yeah.
Christmas. Like.
That's
Fucked
why.
up,
That's
bitch.
why.
Yeah, that happened to me
So
the other
you
day.
doing?
in the
It's a
stores
charity
off.
shop.
That's why
as
she
well.
did it. It was
Yeah,
Christmas,
last year
man.
when
Fuck, man.
there was the snow full, you know what I mean?
Try
Last
to
year,
finesse
Yeah.
I was
She would've
working
kept
down.
that.
Was working down in Starscroft, and I was I got a free day. I don't have to work. Snowing, cool. You know what I mean? I passed in front of this record shop by the full moon. Not record shop. This vintage
The
shop
big
and stuff.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me go in there. So I'm looking in there, and the guy just sat in there. There's a few like places that have records in there. You know what I
There's
mean?
one in the back.
And
games
yeah, and the guy had a few records with the
What, the furniture place?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's loads of
Yeah.
stuff in there.
with the
Yeah.
cases, and then he had a crate with no cases. All right, just the records in there, all scratch and shit. And the record was like £1.50, right? And I was okay. So I told like 1 or 2 with the case. Boom. And I told like 3 or 4 because he had a lot of mad old school hip hop in there. He had a few of Method Man, Bahamadia,
Just fucked up
this, that,
records.
all fucked up
Right.
with no cover, nothing, all scratch.
Yeah.
So he saw me the same for like half an hour there going, and I was like, whoa, okay, this is gonna be like 20, 50p max. So I got there, and the guy's like, oh yeah, that one's are like £1.50 as he had in the sign. That one's at £3 each, and I was like, what? Hold on. So you're saying to me that this one in a good condition at £1.50, and this one that all scratched up with not even a paper case at £3 each? And he was like, yeah, because they are good records. And I was like, man, fuck off. You know, I mean, check the records there. And I was like, Livy, I'm not gonna take anything, man. Whatever. I was like, what do you think, man?
How
You know,
people
it's
try
like-
it as well. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's like they like watch like hear a little something like whisper on the wind about how
Yeah.
fucking records are worth something, or they watch watch Scratch or some shit.
Yeah,
And they're like, yeah, man, like see people coming in and just try to hustle you. That's what that woman did. I know she was just like, oh, like fuck knows, man. It was
Yeah,
bad.
but sometimes you get the business as well. Not much nowadays because you got this coke and all of that, and all the shops know the
Yeah,
prices.
yeah.
You know what I mean? But I remember back in the day when there was no this coke or anything like
Arguing
that.
for prices,
You go there and you look at record and it's like £3. It's just taking it's got 40 quid, man. You know what I mean? And you go there and the guy's like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I don't know, this is kind of like an old jazz or something like that. And you're like, yeah, cool.
Yeah.
And you take and you know that you're taking a
Used to get the
super
book,
dope record.
There
You
was
know
a
what I mean?
book, wasn't it? The
Yeah.
Rare Record Guidebook.
Yeah.
It used to come out every 2 years. I used to be in there like that. Looking at the Rare Record Guide just in
Yeah.
case you come across anything.
I did a lot of business in Gumtree a few years ago. You know what I mean? When Gumtree used to have this record section, and I remember I went to
Is it not got
Pennister.
that no more?
Nah, the record section is not there anymore. And I remember going to this guy's house. I was like 20 quid. That's why I didn't buy record for many years, because I had like maybe 200 record for like 50 quid.
Yeah.
In 2 lots, you know what I mean? One was an old guy with this all like super old cases and stuff, and I was like, yeah, whatever you go in there, give it to me.
Yeah,
80 of the record were country, and I was like, next one. So I didn't maybe get like 4 beats out of that.
yeah.
But the other one, I went there. I was like 20 quid for all this lot, and was on the floor like 3 stacks like this, and I was like, Method Man, Bob James, Grover Washington Jr.
yeah.
And I was like 3 or 4, and I was like,
Yeah.
you said 20 quid, and the guy was like, yeah, and I was like, take all of them. And I was like, you don't want to look through? And I was like, I don't need to. Talking to the student, I was like, man, this is dope, you know what I mean? Because the guy didn't even know what he had, you know? Yeah.
So it
Those
works
days are
both
gone,
ways.
innit? Yeah, those
Yeah,
days are
exactly,
gone
man.
now. Nah, not anymore. Those
No,
days.
No,
are
not
gone.
anymore. But I had a little business the other
God.
day.
Yeah.
I went with my mate to buy a fridge in a house, and the guy unfortunately passed away. I think that was an old guy or something like that, you know what I mean? And the family was selling all the stuff. So we got the fridge, and then we were looking one wardrobe in there, and I saw a lot of records all around the room. And I was like, what you gonna do with the records? And they were like, I don't know. And I was like, I'll give you a 10. I felt the bad because it gave a 10, but I was like, they're probably gonna chuck it or something like that. And I was like, I give you a 10 if you wanna take them. And they were like, okay, cool. It was stacked like this, talking home. And it was a lot of like Beatles, AC/DC, Black Sabbath, all of that, the original ones, you know what I mean? And I was like, wow,
nice.
this record costs money, you know what I mean? I still got in there. I still haven't even listened anything, but I got a stack of that for like 10 quid of originals and stuff. So I still can get something, but it's so hard to get good records nowadays for good prices, you know?
Yeah, you'll be able to fucking sell those one day.
You can
and
sell
make
for
sure
good
it on
prices.
check.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You can definitely sell for good prices nowadays.
Yeah.
You just can't buy for good
Yeah.
prices.
I remember picking up a fuckload of vinyl on the side of the street once, and they were like some thick. Like I think I was with I was with
super
Paro
chunky?
from
Yeah.
SP, and
They all, yeah.
and a couple of my other mates, like, and we was at the top of the little graveyard by my house. It's called St John's Cemetery, right on Windmill Hill. Like,
Yeah.
my
Yeah,
house
yeah.
is just up past
The
it.
hill goes down to.
And the hill
where-
goes down to
where the tunnel,
Malago,
the tunnel
yeah.
is, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. And nah, not
Not the tunnel. Yeah, it goes under the bridge where Lidl is.
yeah. And we was at the top of the hill, and we had this fucking crate of vinyl, these big, like, thick, centimetre, 12 inches, yeah,
Film
whatever,
ones and
just
that.
like, yeah, you know what I mean? And we was just winging them down the hill. And I frisbees it. But I frisbeed this one, yeah, and my
They
teeth
weigh like a
falling
ton
out,
of
so,
thick
yeah.
ones, isn't it?
And at the bottom, there's these, like, it's 2 walls. So the entrance to the park, or entrance to the cemetery, the little path that goes up the hill.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's 2 walls. And this woman just walked out on her phone, like, or I fuck knows even what she was doing, yeah. But I just seen it as this thing goes flying out, literally heading straight for her face. Yeah, it missed her by about this much. Like me and Joe, like whoever was there, my mate Elliot, I think Elliot Nightingale was there as well, and it fucking missed her by like, and it would have just cut her head in
Cut it
two.
through, yeah.
I swear,
Cut it
like,
through.
just like,
Like the film.
it was so warm, man. I was just like.
Oh man.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
chunky
But I
vines,
definitely found like Bristol's one of those places as well. Like you find things like vinyl just outside people's houses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not anymore, but
Well,
yeah, not anymore because now it's popular again. The thing that we are talking about, you know what I mean?
Oxfam got them in the window, innit? If you go past Oxfam, they're in the window. They're like Beatles.
Yeah.
It's £40, like 40 quid.
what for represses and shit?
Nah, I don't know. Yeah, probably.
They probably are.
It's
man.
taking the value back, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It lost it for the same that the drum machines, man. Come on, the MPCs and the SPs, you know what I mean? The
Oh, mate,
SPs 1200, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They were like 300, 400 quid back in the days.
I know.
Like 5, 10 years ago, no one wanted them. What do you want this stupid machine that doesn't work, you know what I mean? And now they are for like $2 grand, you know what I mean? $3,000. It's like
easy $2
for
grand.
400 quid.
What for the same?
For the same machine.
Like
Same one.
Yeah,
2000 XL is like that, innit?
Yeah,
Basically,
the SP, the blue one, the SP
yeah,
1200. They were like 400, 500 quid 10 years ago. Now they go for like $3,000. Shit like that. Crazy because it revalue, you know what I mean?
People want it.
They're
Appreciate
amazing.
it again.
They're really good.
Yeah.
I'd love to have one, but I would never.
I would never
much
pay that money
man.
for that.
Fuck that.
Yeah, that's a lot of fucking money, mate. Especially if you ain't. If you got the time,
It's not like it works perfectly as well. Once you get it, it's a
No.
whole bag of stress.
And it's gonna be
innit?
faulty and stuff.
Yeah,
you
you
know?
got to learn how to
you
fucking
got-
make it
yeah,
work.
and it's more time not gonna work as well.
Yeah.
That's it.
But they are solid. When I
Sounds
bought
sick,
this one,
Mate,
there's
it is
950.
equipment.
Sounds
I didn't say it before, but the
bucks.
cover is the S950.
Yeah,
It's the drum machine, the old one, you know what I
yeah.
mean? That's the cover. So when I bought it was a bit faulty, I fixed it. It has been solid since then, you know what I mean? But I bought it for like 200 quid. Now you're gonna buy it in 600 quid, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or more.
Mm.
And it's a machine that is from 86.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So all this kind of old stuff is kind of like
I've
taking
had
it
them
back.
before,
you know?
but I use an MPD now. I just use
Yeah.
a digital one. I had an XL
Yeah.
years ago, and then I didn't have one for ages. I got rid of it. Didn't have one for ages, and then I saved up and I paid. I think it was 750 for 1,000. Remember when the black ones when they 1st came
Mhm.
out, and I had one of them for a bit. Sold it for like 6.
Yeah.
MPD is the way, man. I'm just fully
Yeah.
on that. It's
Mm.
just
Easy.
no memory
Roll
cards,
with-
no
roll with the
fucking- no
future.
swapping cards, like
Mhm.
no nothing. Just it's all there on the computer, innit?
Yeah.
I reckon it's like we were saying earlier.
It's-
Like
it
how
makes
you
it
started learning like hardware before you learned how to make a beat.
Yeah.
So you knew some of the fucking hardware before. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I think it's still good. Like if you're a real master of something,
Yeah.
I reckon you should know that. Like
Yeah.
at least know how to use analog
Yeah.
shit in this age. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're like,
Yeah.
I just reckon you should.
Yeah,
Do you know what I'm saying?
Just
like,
to know.
only
just
if
for
you're a
the
real
background.
master. Don't get me wrong. Like you can still fucking be
Yeah,
like a
talking
sick
grandmaster
producer.
levels.
Yeah,
innit?
yeah, yeah.
Well, yeah, just like.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Not necessarily even know the hardware, but like know
No, you know
just
what it does,
what
innit?
analog shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You know how to make a beat on
Yeah.
an MPC.
And
Yeah.
there's
You
no
know how to
doubt.
log in the fucking floppy disk and blah, blah,
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? What,
Yeah, but there's also no
I
doubt
don't
that
know
when you
shit about it at
when
all.
you
Yeah,
pass
no,
it
I
through
know what you're
analog,
saying.
it sounds different. You know what I mean?
yeah.
It's like it's
But
not like a
people
massive.
re-record their fucking albums through a tape now. Just to get
yeah.
a warm sound.
Yeah. When the Soul of Mischief, I think, when they did the new album a few years ago, they did it all analog.
Yeah.
They wanted all analog through tapes and stuff. You know what I mean? It's a difference. You know what I mean? It's like
It sounds good, man.
A lot more people are doing that nowadays as well.
yeah, it sounds cleaner on digital, but when you pass it through analog, it gives that warm sound
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
like body. You know what I mean? That maybe
Yeah.
doesn't sound that wide and that clean, but it sounds powerful. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? That's why I like it. You know what I mean? Take a little bit more time, but
I want to go back to that fucking thing we was talking about before, man. Like the frequency, you know, the frequency that the human brain or the human resonates on.
There's frequencies, isn't there? As well?
Nah, how they used to record music though. We were talking about it before how the beat.
44.1.
Yeah, whatever. Yes. See, my brain is like a fucking sieve, man. It's so
So
bad.
like 44.1 hertz in it is when you bounce
Yeah.
something down or whatever. What were you saying
Yeah.
before? So that was like
So John Lennon did it apparently
Yeah,
on that
he said-
fucking. He figured out a way to sing it in a way that when it got bounced on.
when it got bounced to 44, it was on something else, wasn't it? It was
Yeah.
on for like 43 or something.
Yeah.
But it was actually more.
42 point something or
It was
whatever.
more-
But I don't.
It was more natural to hear, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Or like-
it's more
basically
natural
what
for
it's
the
saying.
human to process.
Oh,
like
yeah,
your
yeah,
mind to
there's no
process
doubt.
that. There's like this way that.
All they're
Yeah, I
saying
didn't-
really was it's
I don't know
it's
shit.
more
I
saying
I didn't know that. I didn't know
I'm just
that. but-
interested
yeah,
by it.
yeah, I
Like, I'm
didn't
real
know that, but
interested by it.
There is no doubt that the frequencies is what your
Bring
ear
that something
hears.
like that,
they're
You
in,
know what I mean?
there's
So-
frequencies in it. They're in tune with your chakras. Obviously.
Exactly. You know what I mean? So
Like that stuff.
there's
is
some
real.
frequencies that are more mellow to your ear, you know. So when you hear that type
Yeah.
of frequencies, they get into your brain easily. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
with analog thing, it sounds warmer and doesn't sound that like sharp. You know what I mean? When it's
Yeah.
more these that sound a bit more sharp to your ear. So like that. But also as well when you, for example, of this like super pop tunes that are on the radio and all of
super
that.
Produced.
Yeah, they are behind that track. There's psychologists. There's a lot of people working on that track. So when you hear on the radio twice, it's here. You hate it because it's a track that you hate, but it gets into your brain. You remember the hook straight away. Why? Because they use frequencies on the
That's
music. They're super mellow to your ear. They use frequencies on the vocals that are super mellow, and words that are super mellow to your ear. So you hear it twice and you just get in there stuck.
It's like
It's stuck. You know what I mean?
NLP as well, isn't it? That
that's just so crazy.
It's all
man.
involved
It's
in the
crazy.
same thing.
It's crazy.
That's what that
That
what's
shit's
his
so
name?
sick.
That XXX Tentacion, you know him?
Yeah.
So before he died, he was crazy, like into that stuff.
Yeah.
And all of his music, he was trying to counteract, to like rebalance the universe's like chakras. Like to anyone that's really into his shit, or like detracts from the pop stuff. Like
What the
fuck?
fuck?
He was a guy, man. Like trust me. He died way too early. He was like 19 when he died.
Nah, it's fucked.
He was spitting that knowledge before he was 20.
Was he?
Yeah, he died when he was 19.
No, but what? I don't know. I never heard his shit. I need to hear some shit.
Yeah,
really.
it's-
I heard about him, but I haven't heard his shit. But that's very interesting.
I thought he was like on some trap rap shit.
Nah, he kind of is, isn't it? He's that age of rapper, but he's mad.
Yeah, he was this guy who was like short dreadlocks with all colours and tattoos and all of that.
Yeah, I
all
can't
this
comment
new
on
thing.
that really.
But it's interesting.
You should watch an interview with him or one of his like Instagram live videos. He's insanely intelligent.
Yeah.
He's like
Yeah,
fully
he's talking
on, like,
about that.
fixing the universe. Like literally, he's a good one. Like he's a real one. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He died at 19, so spitting all that stuff before you're 19, that kind of knowledge.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's mad. That's mad.
But
You know what I mean?
all of his beats, he was like fully. He did some sound tech course. He was fully into it, and then he was into like chakras and like universe and frequencies.
Yeah.
And he was like, right, if they're doing that, I'm gonna counteract it with this.
Man, it's true. It's true. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because your body is just a body that works in some ways. You know what I mean?
Even whether he managed it or not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's the same that-
The intention's amazing. Like.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
if you put
I
it in a
didn't
super
know that
simple
shit.
way, you know what I mean? You got that really super hot girl, you know what I mean, that comes next to you and whispers something on your ear with a horrible voice, and you're gonna be like, shit, you just broke it, you know what I mean? That's it, you know what I mean? And then you got another girl that's not even that hot that comes to you and whispers with a lovely mellow voice to your ear, and you're like, wow, all right, okay, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's it. We just react to the interactions, you know what I mean?
Yeah, frequency. Oi.
Yeah. Can I finish this?
Yeah, go for it, bro.
What frequency is that?
My head's getting cold. Fucking shaved my fucking head. It's freezing.
Yeah, it's got cold now, hasn't it?
A little bit.
Dip a man's face. That Joe shit's mad. Everyone's kicking off at Drake. What about the grime beef? You've been following any of this?
No,
You've been following this? Fuck's sake,
I saw
man.
a bit and I couldn't
It's so
be bothered.
long.
For the
It's
first
just
time,
like-
I couldn't be bothered.
It's pretty. To be fair, man, it's just like.
I'm just gonna stick with
I
Wiley.
know.
I don't care what he said or what anyone else has said. He's a day one for me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stick on Wiley's side, whatever he says. I'm not backing it, but
I don't know. I rate JK. To be fair,
yeah, probably. Yeah,
but I don't even know what. To be fair, it's just like I swear,
The
Wiley's
doc-
just going off at everyone.
Yeah, I know.
That's all it seems like. It's Wiley's just
But-
kicking off at everyone. Yeah.
The picture he posted of
Like-
Stormzy and thing together though, that was he put as a shit house or something. Oh my god. But no, I can't be bothered
It's
to follow
funny,
it.
man. It's just like.
I saw
what
it.
are you doing?
Normally I'd be like,
What's
why are you
everyone doing,
doing
like?
wicked?
I don't know, I'm so
That's what-
out of that.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
That's where we come back to with the whole fucking just let people make music. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
fuck
with
yeah.
Wiley, yeah, like the way I see it, yeah, he created it. He's the godfather, yeah.
He got
But
pushed
like,
out and he's pissed
no,
off with it.
No, but it's like, but this shit like evolves. You know what I'm saying? You can't hold on to something
No,
forever.
no.
Like you create something, yeah, and then it kind of becomes the world's.
Yeah,
Do you know what
yeah.
I'm saying? If it gets that big, like you should
Yeah.
just be happy that you created it.
Yeah.
And kind of let people do their thing.
That's
you know
what
what I
it's
mean?
for anyway.
But he's just like, nah, this is grime.
He
So I'm
kinda
gonna
had
clash
his-
you. So that's why I still rate him to the fullest.
Yeah,
because it's
yeah.
like
Right.
he's keeping it to the
But he
like.
kind of had all of those
But-
dues, innit? Everyone paid him that respect until he started
Yeah,
kicking
everyone
off
paid him
recently.
respect.
Oh, really?
Like, well, over the last couple, until about 2 years ago, he had the respect of being the godfather of grime, and do you know
Oh,
what I
he
mean?
still does. He still does have that, but it's like.
Yeah, but he needs to shut up, innit? Because he's a nightmare, isn't he? He's
Yeah.
just bored at home, isn't he? I reckon he's bored at home.
Yeah, when
But it just gets a bit like I think it gets a bit boring it's like, I don't know. It might, for whoever else, it might not get boring. I mean, to be fair,
Yeah,
I'm
it's
saying it's
boring.
boring, but it's kind of funny. I'm still laughing about it, but
No, that's
still
what I mean,
talking
but-
about it now.
Yeah.
So it's
First
like,
time
But
I
when
saw
you
it the
start-
other day, I was like, no, I'm not interested, and I actually just carried on making
Yeah,
a beat.
when you
Normally, before, I would have been like, oh, what's going on here? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I was
But
just like, oh, Wiley again, fucking.
I don't know who the dude is, and I don't know anything about. I
Don't
know
go
grime and all
murder
of that,
them,
but I don't know that
apparently.
much about the culture. You know what I mean? But it's kind of the same that KRS-One. You know what I mean? When you start telling people off, you know what I mean, and saying that you are that person and you are the best and no one can do it because you are the one that created and blah blah blah. People is just like, come on man, shut up. You know?
Yeah.
when he
of
told
course.
when he was the guy that actually said no one could sell merchandise at the show at
Yeah.
Motion.
Yeah. KRS.
And we like
It's not even
fucking
yours-
Bad
it's not
Habits
even
went
your
at
city.
fucking Immortal Technique about it and was like, yo, because we got told it was Immortal Technique by the promoter.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm
That
saying?
is-
And next day on Twitter, it's all fucking popping off. like-
Was that here? The Immortal Technique thing? No.
They played at fucking Motion. KRS-One,
KRS.
Immortal
Yeah.
Technique, and Pete Rock.
Yeah. I remember that. I was there.
Rag and Bone,
Yeah, it was there.
Split Profits.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like that show, the next day it all kicked off online and fucking, like, he was like, Immortal Technique was kicking off because obviously he got wrongly accused or something he didn't say.
Okay.
Right.
So he was kicking off.
Right.
But we got told that, so like, Bad Habits run with it or whatever. And then it was just, he didn't even like, I think he just called him out on it. And it just popped off because obviously that's a sensitive subject. Like if you got accused of that, I'd be pissed on.
Yeah, if
But
you
then
did do
he
it as
must.
well, yeah.
But then it turned out it was KRS-One.
Yeah.
Right.
KRS-One said that no local artist could sell merch at the show.
Whoa.
It's not even your city.
So I had to like,
mate.
send like an apology email and like, or whatever, because I was like, you know what I'm saying? It's not because apparently he was like trying to get my address and shit. I was like to the promoter, I was like, just give him the address, mate. Like you can come here, you know what I'm saying? Like it's I advertise that shit, like whatever, mate. And he was like, no. But yeah, it's mad, man. Like, how are you gonna do that? And like you
Imagine
say,
he did
being like the
That'd be
fucking
mental.
the guy who's like hip hop is like worldwide thing for everyone.
Yeah.
Do you know?
Yeah, I know.
exactly.
Yeah.
And you're gonna come to a city and say that the local artist,
lock it
who's
down,
like
yeah.
that's like one of the biggest. That's the biggest show we probably ever played.
Yeah.
What are you on about? Like that's like
That's like-
idols.
That's
Yeah,
like
I mean,
yeah.
KRS-One,
Yeah.
Pete Rock, and Immortal Technique.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
what? Like come on.
That's like him saying he hasn't got any more tours left in him and he needs to clean up so he don't care about the
Yeah.
rules no more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's whack.
But that wasn't.
Whack as fuck.
I think that the Immortal Technique got arrested because he hit up a guy outside a venue that he was selling his merch. That was his merch. I don't know if that was a real story or not.
I don't know, but that's not.
Around that
I ain't
time.
looking to sell no Immortal Technique match. I want to sell mine.
Yeah. But that's what I hear, that someone was selling his
Yeah,
merch
maybe. Yeah, probably.
outside
like,
outside the venue, saying that was Immortal Technique merch and was.
You ever seen the fucking how the fuck MOP, the MOP documentary when they're walking down? Is it? I swear it's MOP, isn't it? Lil Fame
I don't know.
and they're walking down that street
I think I've seen it.
in Brownsville and fucking
No, I didn't
like
see it.
checking people going into shops and shit to see if they're selling MOP shit.
Oh really?
Yeah, with the baseball bat and that.
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
It's fucking jokey. Like finds this guy selling
looking
like
for
fake MOP,
bootleggers,
yeah,
innit? Yeah.
bootleggers, yeah. It's a joke, man.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, and they
That's
catch some
crazy.
dude selling it. He's
Yeah,
like,
they
"No, you
do,
gotta
yeah.
smash this shit up."
Peak.
Just rolling down the ends with a baseball
That's
bat.
how you gotta be.
Yeah.
Over there, innit?
But that's back when that shit was like a thing.
Yeah.
People selling mix CDs and shit, and like or selling like
Yeah.
bootlegging was big, man.
Yeah. Everybody was
Bootlegging
trying to make a big
CDs, like
Yeah.
getting fake DVDs and shit, or like fucking copied DVDs.
I'm
No.
glad like 2001 fucking clip artwork's gone. Now.
Yeah.
You're never going to see them shoddy covers, isn't it? One block
I
of
know,
flats,
bro.
one block of flats with a
I
fade.
still see that. I actually still see that nowadays, man.
One block
I ain't
of
gonna
flats
lie,
with
there's like
fade
a
and
couple
the bare
fucking.
fades.
was the same that with the MIDI on the beats, you know what I mean? That time was just like,
Yeah.
come on, man, what
Everyone
cover
had
is
clip
that?
art.
What
You
beat
could just
is
chop
that?
and paste
It's
like a chop and paste the apple in or something. Yeah, apple in that mate. Stood there with an apple book.
And now you got like fucking.
Now it's sick, and
You can just blend someone's face onto someone else's body and fucking make them
Bro.
talk and shit. Like.
Technology nowadays, man. Anybody, whoever they want to, anyone could just be Quentin Tarantino now at home.
Yeah,
With all the technology, you don't ever have to pay money for it. Just download the shit for free.
yeah.
Learn how to use it. It's mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we were saying
Yeah,
earlier
it's
on, you
mad.
know what I mean? That just with a laptop at home and a
Yeah, you can
microphone,
do
you
so
just
many
make the
things,
whole
like-
album, you just make the whole video, you make
Yeah.
everything. You just learn it with the technology and you don't need to know anything about where it came from or anything, you know what I mean? You just made everything yourself in there, you know?
Exactly.
Back in the day, you need the whole team to make a record and a video, you know? Kind of need a way.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. I guess, I don't know, I've always been used to having to like get stuff because before I produced I was a DJ, so like you
Yeah.
have to have decks,
Yeah.
mixer, so I was always the guy like that, you know, you have to buy stuff in it.
Yeah.
So when it come to producing, I think anything I needed I was just like, oh, I'm gonna get it. Do you know what I mean?
But it's good to have your own stuff as well, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely, man. I got some nice stuff now, like, and whether it's amazing or not, it's just more like
It's what you need.
it'll be my sound because it's my. I've got a one Yamaha drum machine,
Yeah.
and then I use my MPD as well. Whatever.
Yeah.
I mix the two sounds together, and I know that at least that's my one. Do you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
That's
And it's
my
your sound, you
one
know what I
piece
mean?
of
Yeah.
analog. Yeah.
A lot
yeah.
of people maybe come now to my studio and say, oh, this guy have a lot of things there. It's not even that much, but I just started buying little by little what I need.
yeah.
Oh, now I need a compressor. Now I need
Now you
this.
need
Now I
this,
need
yeah.
another mic. Now I need that.
Limit there, yeah.
And I always say to people, that's your travel to South America. You've been traveling South America for 2 months. So that's the money that I spend on the mic and this. You know what I mean? I've been
Yeah.
saving and saving and saving to buy the gear that I need, not because I want to have a lot of things.
Yeah.
I could still have a lot more, but I just got to the point now that I think that I got what I need to make music on the
Yeah,
quality
so
that
you
I
got-
want, you know what I mean?
Mate, yeah. Like
And
I
in
said,
this-
first time there today, you got a lovely setup, man. That's fucking. It's a
It's-
dream to work in there.
Yeah,
man.
I love it, you know what I mean? But I just started with the same, with
Just little bits. innit? Yeah.
M audio trigger finger, you know what I mean?
I had a trigger finger.
And a white
They were shit, the
MacBook,
pad
you know
used
what I
to
mean?
cut
In
out,
there,
yeah.
yeah, and it was so shit. But I made the
Yeah.
whole album with that, you know what I mean? And a
Yeah,
few of them,
fucking
and then
hell.
I just bought the MPC, and I was like, how the hell am I gonna work this thing out, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And then this, and then that, and it's, oh, I need this now. Yeah, I still remember the day when I passed from the digital to analog, and I bought the mixer, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I spent a few months. Like, okay, yeah, I wanna buy it. I bought it like super that cheap, the mixer.
that
you know.
desk you got now?
Yeah, the desk in
Is
there,
that
like,
ghost, isn't it?
ridiculously cheap.
Yeah.
I was a bit fucked, you know what I mean? I still remember the day that we went there to London. The guy was like rushing us, like, don't check it, you know what I mean? Because there's a lot of things that are fucked, you know what I mean? The kind of thing. And I was like,
What, your big desk?
yeah. And I was like checking in there, and I was like, the channel is fucked, the channel is fucked. But the thing is, like, I bought it on eBay, in the toilet at work. I was like, oh, I need to go to the toilet. And I bit in there at the last second, you know what I mean, with this tree, because once I lost a whole studio, which like the top of the mixer that J. Dilla used to use, all of that, the whole studio. And I didn't have the money, so I bid the maximum. That was like 500 quid or something like that, and someone bought it for 700. The whole thing, and I was like, damn. And that day I learned how to bid on YouTube, eBay, you know what I mean? It's like wait until the last second to do it. So with the mixer, I did it. I was like, I'll run out. And I got an email straight away after a few seconds, like, oh no, you won. And the guy was like, oh, you won it for like, I think that was like 250 quid or something like that. And I was like, whoa, can't believe this. Went to London, checked it a little bit, and the guy was like, I need to go. And I was like, well, he's rushing me because the mixer is fucked. And my mate was like, so right, I get it, my brother fixed it for you. You know what I mean? Because his brother works in Abbey Road fixing all the stuff. So I bought it, boom, I was all
Abbey
fucked. Huh?
In Abbey Road.
In Abbey Road, yeah. His
Right.
brother is like a
Yeah, that's
fucking
guaranteed.
wizard, man. He works
You
in
can buy
there
that, yeah.
fixing a lot of stuff, you know what I mean? It's like 24,
That's
25.
a
yeah.
wise move to buy it then.
Yeah, so I went, I gave it to him. He fixed it for me, pay a little bit of money, boom. The mixer is so spot on, you know what I mean? But I remember, like, okay, being in bed and my ex waking up at 3 in the morning, you know what I mean? And seeing me in bed, like, if I connect this cable to here, this goes there. And the other one comes here, and it was like, how is the signal gonna go there
like
to
that
the
forward.
compressor and come back in here? And it's like, nah, and my girlfriend, what are you doing? And
I
go to
love
sleep.
those- I love
Like that
those
for
programs,
months,
yeah.
you know what I mean? Until
Yeah,
I
man.
ended understanding how the circuit works and all
Yeah.
of that, you know what I mean? So it's a whole different thing, but I love it.
I love those problems, man.
Yeah, I nerd on that, you know what I mean? I love it. I hate when it's on a computer and it's like, why the plugin doesn't work? But when it's analog, it's like, okay, plug it here, doesn't work. It's plugged it there now, you know what I mean? Until you work it out,
Send
you
it
know
to
what I
that
mean?
bit
Yeah.
first and then back to that
Yeah,
one.
yeah,
How
yeah.
that works,
And I
yeah,
spend there, the studio like, okay, let's go there. Go
That's
here,
why Reason was kind of sick.
Reason
Yeah,
was sick
yeah,
for
it
that
was
one.
the
Because like,
wiring,
you flip
yeah.
I
everything
learned that
round
shit.
and you learn
That's
how to
how I learned
wire
that
it up.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
I learned
Yeah,
the
man.
basics of that, like the very
Yeah,
basics. But I reckon if I went back to that now, just from seeing and watching people with actual hardware,
Yeah.
and just being a bit more fucking like conscious of it all
Yeah.
from being around it for so long.
Yeah.
Like I reckon I'd be a
That's
lot
amazing.
better with it. But I
Yeah.
used to like that. It's like
Stringing it up on the back and it's
yeah.
flip-
At first I was
flip
like, you
thing,
fucking
Flip it and
serious?
you
Like
can
I don't.
rewire
I
stuff.
don't get
yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
then
yeah.
you're just
What?
like, oh yeah, to one.
Then it's just like,
to
oh,
two.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
That's why
I
you
learned
should.
sidechain on Reason.
Yeah.
Have you ever done sidechain compression on Reason?
No on Reason, but I've done it on Logic. And,
Yeah,
I
I've
do it
done
on
it
Logic
on
and
Ableton.
stuff.
I do it now. You just click sidechain. It
And
comes up.
that's it. Yeah.
But on Ableton, no, sorry, on Reason, you have to like put a spider unit in there.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to
Yeah.
send the signal to that one,
Spider. You
send
know?
it back to the other one, and then you
Yeah.
have to send. So one of them's the trigger and one of them's the dip. You
Yeah,
have
yeah,
to send
yeah.
the dip back to another channel and then turn that channel down. That's how I learned how to
Yeah.
do sidechain. So when I
Yeah,
got
that's how-
Ableton,
Yeah, that's it. Side chain, select the channel down. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
that's the few.
But that's how you have to do in analog as well. You know what I mean? I
Yeah,
don't do
same
in
way.
analog, but
Yeah,
but I
if
see
you
in
got
there on the
compressors,
compressor like
it's-
side chain and
yeah.
stuff, and it's like
Same way, yeah.
yeah.
Or sidechain.
Sidechain is like, the best way to describe it, I reckon, is like, like Detroit house music when it's like.
Jay Dilla was one of the first one put the side chain.
Oh, what
on
way it's
hip-hop.
like?
So
Yeah,
basically, it's like, you know, when you talk on
yeah,
radio,
yeah,
your voice ducks the drum, like
Yeah.
so it
Yeah.
dips down every time you talk.
yeah.
So basically, you have it set on everything. It's set for the drum, or I do it on a kick drum normally, and, and the snare, so dun,
Yeah.
dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
And every time that hits, everything else dips.
Yeah.
You just get that like sucking,
Yeah.
like pushing and pulling feeling in it.
Yeah, that's a very
It's in
really
loads
good way
of
to
like,
explain it. Yeah.
yeah.
So for example, you side change the kick. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And you
on
put the
every
compressor
kick.
on the bass, and the compressor is acting on the whole
Yeah, so it
bass.
just goes,
But
whoop.
then you put another one on
Whoop.
side chain, and when the kick hits,
Yeah.
that compress the bass a
Yeah,
little bit.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, that's why a lot of J Dilla beats are more like
It's
the
the
kick is
best
like,
way. It's like
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then just pull everything back and just,
Yeah,
and just you can get like kind of like
Yeah,
a rhythm,
definitely.
you know what I mean, like a different
It
rhythm on the
creates
beat. You
another
know what I mean?
rhythm, yeah. But
Yeah.
that's a bonus bit. Like
Yeah.
the reason they do it is because it's if you've got a kick drum, that's got bare sub in it, it's
Yeah.
gonna clash, isn't it, with your sub.
Yeah.
So every time that kick drum hits, your sub dips.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it allows that one in, and then the normal sub comes back up gently. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's nerdy talking it, but
No, it's
Yeah.
not, man. It's fucking interesting. Like, I find.
Well, about it, yeah,
you
That's
can
like-
have
like
the
one
biggest
of the
kick drum if you've got
reasons
sidechain,
of
you've
doing
got
this
the biggest
shit.
kick drum in it because
Yeah.
it ducks every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
You can do mad experiments with that as well, you know what I mean? So changing different things and
Yeah.
stuff, you know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, it's dope, man. It's dope, but being on digital, as you say, it's changed the whole thing, you know what I mean? You can
just
do
click
so
Yeah,
sidechain
many
it's
things
completely
in there.
changed it, man.
Yeah.
And how everyone approaches it as well, man. Like the digital music has fucking completely changed it for everyone.
Yeah.
It's
It's
got
good
to
to
a
use
really high
both,
point.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
Use
it,
analog
yeah,
for the
yeah.
sound and digital for the
Production.
But I
Production, you know what I
reckon digital in like every sense though. Like digital in the fact that it's all like the fact that you can get a good camera and like people loads more people can make music videos and
Yeah.
da 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 da.
Yeah.
It's like the whole evolution of it has made it so much easier for us to do.
no limitations, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
With digital, it's infinite,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know what I mean? You can do whatever you want
Until they switch it off, like
Until
Yeah.
they switch it off.
till
mate.
the battery
Like
dies.
you're saying, yeah,
That might even be
that
today.
it might even be today,
That might be
mate.
today.
Yeah, yeah.
Trump's on a Mazda.
He's had a few too many shanties, guys.
Trump is on a Mazda today.
Fuck's sake, just killing people like all out. Like that's like a full on act of war.
Yeah, of course.
Like it's like attacking
That's
a
why it's-
general. That's like fucking Iran killing one of the top generals in the
America,
States. In
Yeah.
not in America, but in Canada. It is though, because they fucking killed him in Baghdad. I swear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
What? And it's all
Like,
just
could
like, oh yeah, okay, like, and they're just like, yeah, we will retaliate. So it's just
Yeah.
like, here we go. They've
Their
got a
first-
fuckload of nukes
The
as well.
first reply was like, "Oh, if you're an American citizen and you live in Iran, just get out." That was their first reply. America today. That's mad.
Crazy.
They fucked up.
Yeah.
See that guy in that film? You know that fucked up.
Oh
right?
mate, like I actually, I just like had like a whole realization and forgetting what the fuck we're doing. Yeah. Should we pause it for a second?
Yeah. Have
Yeah.
a wee.
Yeah, just a quick pause.
Yeah.
Quick wee.
And I'll stick my teeth in on that.
What we're talking about?
That's what I was saying.
The monk guy. The other day I was in the plane watching Top Boy, coming from home, watching Top Boy on my phone, and the lady next to me was watching some like religious things, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
pops and monks and stuff, and I was like, shit. So I spent 3 hours in the plane like covering Top Boys, like people is getting murdered here. And she's watching some religious thing there, you know what I mean? For like 2 hours, and I was like, alright. Hey, you're right. Got to tell you, okay. Oh shit. That thing made me anxious, man. Working with kids all the time, you know what I mean, with challenging behavior kids. And I remember the other day, we were in there and all of them were talking so like Jamaican slang, you know what I mean? Yeah, say nothing, and it was like, boys, why are you all talking like that? You know what I mean? You're white, you're 15 years old, you know what I mean? You're not from a neighborhood that is full of Jamaican or Ganza, you know what I mean? Why are you talking like that? And they were like, oh yeah, and I was like, you don't even know anything about the culture, you know what I mean? And I haven't watched Top Boy until like a month ago. You know what I mean? And I was watching it the other day and I was like, I'm sure all of them were watching this, you know what I mean? And that's why they were acting like that, you know what I mean? And it was like,
there was memes
scary,
about it.
Man.
There was memes about it at the time, weren't there?
What about Top Boy?
Well, yeah, like everybody watches Top Boy, and the next day they were like, "What's up, fam? Got the food or what?"
Yeah, man, yeah.
Like,
yeah, but it's funny like that, you know what I mean? When it's so like,
wow, blood, you want cream with that?
Yeah, exactly like that, you know what I mean? All my students suddenly in 2 weeks turned like that, and it was like, what happened to all of you know what I mean? Of this year group, you know what I mean? That they're like year 11 now, and they're like
impressionable age.
The bad man, and he just shut it down straight away. It's like, stop acting like that, you're not that, you know what I mean?
That's a joke.
Yeah.
They might see this.
Yeah.
Beat you up after school.
Yeah, but I had a rough that day with one of them. He pushed me away and stuff, and he was like, what are you doing? Then I had Mum in and he was crying.
I don't know if you should shout that shit on it.
Yeah, bro.
Oh,
and I
shit.
cut that, Oscar.
Nothing gets cut.
That's the first
Oh,
edit.
shit.
No, that's the first edit.
That's the first edit, yeah, what to save a job. To save a career, like. Nah, I don't know.
Joke.
Nah. It must be a mad job though, man. Like, it's a sick job, like I don't know about it
I
being
rate
like
it fully, like
but I rate people who you teach, man. Especially if you're a good teacher, you got to be able to like
job, man.
yeah.
Like,
Fucking
it's hard, man.
hell,
It's
man.
getting crazy nowadays, man. Super crazy nowadays.
What and how like how you can what you can say in that.
No, what you can say, what you can do, or what they do. The other day before we left, well, I probably shouldn't say all this on camera, but there was bricks flying inside windows and into the building, and
yeah, that's always been like a fucking.
Yeah, that's gonna be
Window
getting
like
worse
this,
though,
bro.
isn't it? Every generation's got worse with that, man. Like,
Do you reckon?
Bro,
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
a
your
window like
generation's
this,
different to
whereas-
mine, even a little bit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like every 10 years is a little bit, man. It's gonna
crazy,
get worse, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, it's like
Imagine it's crazy
even
now,
New Year's, bruv. The stick up.
What useful? Yeah.
Yeah.
He's done.
Yeah, but I'm talking a window,
Sound,
a
man.
break through the window in school.
Yeah.
With a window like this, you know what I mean? That you punch and you break your arm, you know what I mean?
There.
Crazy like that, it's like...
I remember going back to a school. I'm not gonna say who, but my friend Jordan. I won't say what school or whatever, but we went back to skate it one day, and like he just like wasn't fucking feeling it. You know what I mean? Like he like we had a few drinks or whatever. Fuck knows. And he just picked up his board and just fucking dashed it through this window, just like out of nowhere. You know what I mean? We were just chilling, skating like a 5-set. Next thing you know, my man's like, wow, it's just like, Jordan, what the fuck? Like, we all have to like fucking jet on,
Straight
like,
vandalism.
just like, whoa, like, you don't like this school, man.
Yeah. But...
School's a fucking breeze compared to what you have to do afterwards. But nah, fuck school.
Yeah,
Actually, nah. I take that back.
in the balance, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
in a balance.
Yeah,
In a balance.
it just teaches you how to be like a freaking.
Yeah. No, yeah, mainstreams, yeah, but what I do is we try to educate them for life. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
exactly.
Yeah.
That's why you need
They
teachers
don't have
like you, though.
families, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
That's what
why
was
we have
missing.
families. That's why I love my
That's-
job. That's
that's-
why
yeah.
I wanted to
Yeah,
do
that's
this, you know
it.
what I mean?
That
When
stuff was missing when I was that
yeah,
age.
exactly. No, same to me, man.
It was
I had some
Imagine-
cool. I had some cool
I
teachers,
never
but
had
it
none
was
of
like
that.
Well, I worked there as a music production teacher, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
I
it's
teach them
wicked.
how to make beats on Bristol and
Exactly.
stuff, you know what I
And
mean?
they're
Imagine having
interested.
that
And they're
for our
interested
kids.
in, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, mental.
I would have been fully interested
Yeah, exactly,
in that.
yeah,
you know what I mean?
exactly.
Yeah.
There was none of that around. So that is a good
Yeah.
thing, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a good thing.
Music
you know
lesson in secondary school was always just a fucking DOS, innit?
Yeah.
what I mean? Yeah, man.
It'd be in there and it'd just be
Playing
like
the recorder and
half the
some-
time fucking
Just-
teacher
yeah.
would show up like
Yeah.
10 minutes late or whatever, and then it's like
Stinking of fags and that.
Yeah. But I remember.
Mr. Maxi, brother.
I remember primary school, man. My PE teacher used to come to the playground, right, with a fucking mouth like that, with a basketball and a football, and be like, "Okay, guys, play." And he was sat in there smoking his fax
Yeah.
when we were doing PE. You know what I mean? That was the PE teacher. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Imagine how it
yeah.
changed.
Bad example, yeah.
It's fucked.
It's like, yeah.
It's good though, like how it has changed. I reckon that's one thing about England. It's like the whole fitness thing.
Though, man.
You know what I'm saying?
No, the whole world nowadays, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's all like...
Now you cannot smoke in the schools and all of that, but imagine in our time, you know what I mean? And I think that's why kind of make us quite strong, you know what I mean? Mentality and like survival mode, you know what I mean? Like it was in Greece. Like kind of like...
Yeah.
We grow up in like a world that, having a fight in the playground, which is a normal thing. You know what I mean? People waiting outside the fence to have a massive fight with this guy, and everybody watching was just a normal thing day by day. Now it's like, oh yeah, it's bullying. It's not bullying, it's slapping in the face because he went too far or something like that. You know what I mean? So it's like kind of like.
Well, it was always just like a fucking. Back then, it was like I remember having a fight after school, and it was like arranged, like preordained.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
like,
they were all
I'll meet you at the back of school, and it was with a sixth form. I was in year 10, and I just rocked out, and I just seen the whole of sixth form in Nelsey just stood there on the side of this fucking.
Yeah, man. Word gets around the
I just walked straight up to him. I was just like, I didn't give a fuck, wham, and like. But it's all like it was like on fucking YouTube and shit, and it's just like whatever, man. But it was cool. Like it wasn't like a thing. Like I used to give him cheek afterwards in school. I'd be like, yeah, whatever. Like he fucking tripped me up or whatever. I fell down, banged my head, and he's banged me a couple of times. And then I just get up. I'm like, come then, let's go. And he's just like, right, walks off. Everyone's like, you got banged. I was just like, whatever. Every time I seen him, I just gave him cheek. But nowadays, that shit happened. Like
it's crazy, but. Nowadays as well, I think the kids are a bit more mean, you know what I mean?
And actually, I say nowadays,
I
think it's different. Actually, I say nowadays that shit like wouldn't run. That shit definitely runs. That shit happens all the time still.
Yeah, it happens all the time.
It happens all the time. I just don't see it.
So online's worse, isn't it? Though.
Yeah, man.
That's where it's got to now. Is that online bullying, which is
exactly
like, you said earlier, like 24-hour now. It's not just at school. Like it's not.
Nowadays there was no like depression, you know what I mean? In our age, there was no depression or things like that in kids, you know what I mean? You go there, you have a fight, whatever, blah, you get bullied, then the next day.
But this is the thing.
Nowadays, like bullying and the humiliating people is like, we're just gonna go on him, you know, just destroy him. Having kids with like 15 years old having depression is like.
Yeah, I know.
But do you reckon it is purely because of that? Because like, don't get me wrong, like when I was younger, there was things like it was definitely shit that happened. You know what I mean? I was depressed. But it was like you just had to like you can't. What are you gonna do? Like you're gonna get medicated.
Carry on.
You fucking mad. Like, that's like that wasn't even a question.
But nowadays we
back then you had to just deal with it. You just had to like carry on and fucking like figure it out in your brain. So you weren't just like. But
also nowadays you play on the street. You know what I mean? And you have the support and no support of the people that you were around all the time. But nowadays kids don't go to the street. They stay at home. You know what I mean? They play video games, and I see every year. The kids that come to the school, they are younger. Same age, but they're younger. I mean, back in the days, when you were 16 years old, 17 years old, you see, when you were 8, and you see the people that are like 16, 17, they were a man. That was a man. Nowadays, you see a 16 years old boy, and he's a little kid. It's like 7 or 8 years, you know what I mean? In their mind.
But then, I fucking met Ollie Whitehouse's daughter today.
She's a boss.
She's 7 years old, bruv. She's like... It's like she's fucking 12 or something. She's switched on.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Some kids are just fucking switched on. Like, like even my son, man, he's like fucking 7 months, yeah? Nah, I'm telling you now, bro. He just laughs all the time, like. This is
they're switched on, for sure, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
Imagine we went through the internet generation of like seeing it. You said earlier the dial-up thing and that.
Yeah,
so we went through. So we went through all of that. We're like a kind of a weird generation, isn't it?
Yeah, we are.
We
from things that have been changing. Like,
from a fucking.
I think that we have the generation that had the biggest change in the whole whole history.
But we haven't had
because imagine, my dad used to say to me.
But imagine you're born with that.
It's like, you are the lucky generation. We were young. We used to work to put money in the house, and now we have to work to put money for the kids. And you have everything. It's like, but when you were young, when you are like 20, 25, you are able to buy a house and all of that. Nowadays, that's impossible, you know what I mean? And the change was from like having a TV to having a smartphone that you can travel from here to Hong Kong now and doing everything on your phone. For a
even
50,
like
60 years old person nowadays, that's like mad, or like 80, that's like mad. That's how that's gonna work. So the world has changed a lot. That we are not even having time to adapt ourselves to what's going on. You know,
I'm 40, so
and I'm 33, and I'm feeling now that I'm getting behind with all these new generations.
Definitely. I'm keeping up in some ways, but like, it's
like we know how technology works, but technology
it's a mental change to go through to never have no internet. to having fully just like everything now is the internet.
Yeah.
Well,
That's like a film, innit?
You're getting
That's
taught
like-
how to code in schools and shit nowadays.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I thought I was a genius when I first did that. When the internet was new, I was on like HTML code. I tried to set up a forum and it once for like serious scratch DJs or something.
is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good man. Some traffic.
That's hard.
And I think that they're really good with
No, but
technology and stuff.
I
But
learned HTML. I was like on there, just like, oh, if I do that one and put a dash, it turns that bit red. And like,
yeah.
it's just I love them girls, man.
Because that's like a
Really
language.
internet.
That's one thing that fucking spins me out.
I never went no
I'd love to
further
get
than
an
that,
expert on here to tell us some shit. Because it seems like, I mean, that's the way of the
But that's the thing that
fucking.
technology now is running the whole world. But then you have media, what is running the feelings and the interest of the world that is run by technology.
But they're manipulating,
Yeah,
But
well, the
kids
big-
nowadays
the
know
biggest
how to use
example-
technology without understanding what technology is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we have to learn how technology works and then use it. But now we are behind on media and
That's
the
what I'm saying.
digital
So from how we gone through it,
yeah,
if you're born now and you never knew what we knew when we was kids, like you're just born into this world of fucking
madness.
infinite knowledge, really.
Madness.
The internet is infinite knowledge.
Yeah.
Like if you're smart enough to look for something,
Sound like a
it's
fucking
all there,
witch.
isn't
it's
it?
mad.
Like,
But
everything's there.
It's so scary, man. When
So
I
if you're
run
born with
sometimes
that-
and we have this conversation, it's
Yeah.
like it's scary because if I said to you, imagine what the world is without the phone, you're like, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
But imagine saying to a 10-year-old boy
But
nowadays,
they don't
like,
know.
imagine what the world is without a phone.
They
It's
know.
like what? Or imagine what the world is without a
Facebook.
smartphone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because before phone was like, yeah,
They don't
connect to
even, they
this
don't
and the
even
other
remember
code.
Nokia. Yeah.
A smartphone, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
it's
like,
crazy,
what?
man.
How can you live without that?
Yeah.
It's fucking nuts,
It's
man.
crazy, man. It's crazy. It's scary. It's scary.
I had a pager,
Super
man.
scary.
It's nuts.
I had a pager in '96. Rude boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, BT
I
one.
fucking. Well,
Meet you at the local shops every time. That was the message.
I used to have to reverse charge calls. Be like, mums.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Pick me up from here. Oh, you remember you want to
please
hear a
come help
funny
me
one?
out. Yeah, pick me up.
You want to hear a funny one? A fun hip hop show that I went before in my whole life, you know? It's talking about phones and about this of like public telephone places and stuff, you know what I mean? The first hip hop show that I went ever, well, the first hip hop group that I joined was, let's go to the other story, yeah. I went to the hip hop show, right?
Flip that shit.
And I was like 14 years old. The show was in the city, far away. And I said to my mom, yeah, I'm going to this, blah, blah. My friend's mom is going to drive us there. She's going to go there with us to let us in. And then she's staying with us. We're coming back. And
Mamma tutte cambiano.
she's taking him home. Yeah, good. So we went there in a bus, you know what I mean? We made the way in, jumping the fence to get into the show. So a lot of like big artists were out, we just there like, whoa, you know what I mean? Like massive, cool, blah, blah. Then we took the bus home. And when I went home, my house is like, the bus didn't get to there, you know what I mean, at the time. So I went to the public telephone and I dialed the number of the taxi. That is like one digit different to my mom's number. So I dialed my mom, drunk, at like 4 in the morning or something like that. Yeah, can I have a taxi? And my mom was like, Danny? And I was like, oh shit, fuck. Got cooked up in there and I was like, damn man, 14 years old, drunk, I got in the line, you know what I mean? And at that time there was no phone, there was nothing to Skype, you know what I mean? Just a telephone number that you can just dial in there, you know what I mean? But that's real experience, you know what I mean, in life as well. That kids losing nowadays, and this is, I think it's just so beautiful, you know what I mean? How we grow up on this like kind of like normal
It's a different way,
life, you know what I mean? Of like interacting with people face to face and stuff.
It's outside stuff rather than inside stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that's what it
It
is,
used to
man.
be so different.
There's
man.
good things about
Sound
things again, like
yeah. Trust
video
me.
games. Yeah, it opens your mind to all types of stories and like concepts. If you like good films, like, and you like stories within good films, then a video game is fucking usually sick. Like nowadays, and it's like super engaging. Do you know what I mean? And that's a really good thing. But
But you need to know the reality as well.
lose outside contact and playing in the woods and like building dens and
exactly, man.
Well, and
Because
just how you're
most of
rated on like your social media status. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even
Right.
in China right now, do you know what's cracking there? Like other than the fucking like concentration camps and shit. Like I don't know. You know what I mean? Like China's going on fuck you right now. Like certain places in China, like you get rated and shit. Have you seen that rating system they're trying to bring in?
What on social media? Or
Like no, you get like points.
for what?
like this Black Mirror thing.
Yeah, basically. But like like you can't get a train if you ain't got a certain amount of Like and like that's
points
what,
on the start.
yeah.
That's
It's
mad, man. That's
crazy,
mad.
bro.
It's
That's-
crazy. It's crazy.
and like
man.
to be fair, like I need someone to fucking sit there and like
fact check it.
fact check it. But
Yeah.
Facts.
with everything
but-
else that's going
but
on
they're
there,
gonna be
that's
the
actually
prisoners.
been fact checked. I've fact
Yeah.
checked. Like
Nah.
it's not. It doesn't
That's
seem
mad.
out of reach. Like.
It's all going like that, though, isn't it?
For me, it's just so scary, man. Thinking of the way of that the human being is gonna live in like so many years. But I just got, I don't know about the postcard that people have been here before, but I think that you got a little bit of the feeling. I'm just looking at the camera now of what habitus is, you know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
habitus, the
definitely.
word, it's like it comes from a habitat, you know what I mean? The habitus meaning is from a sociology term, from a
It's
guy
from
called Pierre Bourdieu.
Yeah, from someone's habitat.
Habitus means the habitus of the different social classes, you know. So when you go, when you're at the lower class, you stay at home, watch TV. You're middle class, you go to cinema. You know, that's your habitat.
So that's what the tree is, yeah.
No, the
In
tree
fact-
is a different thing. So the meaning of habitus is from sociology
Yeah.
and means the habit of the different social classes.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I mean? So
yeah.
when I taught the word from there, I was like, okay, from my habitus is like make music and doesn't understand of social classes. And I always been like very like mindful, conscious guy of like talking about not much nowadays, but always get a little bit into my message about like society, about like a little bit of criticism of the way that we live, about all of that. You know what I mean? And my habit is like make music. I doesn't understand the social classes. You can go from the lower class to the higher class, or from the higher to the lowest with music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the tree was like an idea that I gave to my mate, and I say, "Oh, make a logo, super hip hop, super rap."
It's kind of
So-
sick though that the tree's got the levels instead of being
Yeah,
like
you know what that means. I get the idea, and I wanted to be this rapper who's like all this like super like that shit, blah blah. That back home
Yeah.
wasn't that easy to get people doing that. And my mate is like a web designer, big corporations, blah, blah. And I said to him, gave all this like super dope idea. And he said to me, "Man, shut the fuck up. You made down a t-shirt. I want to make you a logo." And he gave me that, and I was like, "The fuck is that, man? That's the Habitus with a fucking 4 lines in there." I was like, "Yeah, cool, whatever. That's your name. That's your logo. Yeah, on the T.
Yeah.
When people know the name, you take the words out and you just put the logo. And when people look around, they can just see in 1 second." And I was like, "Fuck off, yeah, spot on." They said that Nike, Adidas, like super simple. You get it. And I was like, "What about the 4 lines?" I was like, "Yeah, because you are so like conscious talking about nature, society, and all of that. The 4 lines means the 4 elements:
Yeah.
earth, wind, blah blah blah, and also the 4 elements of hip hop."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Okay, cool, I love it." You know what I mean? With that meaning, you know what I mean, of like society as well, all blend in there with like the hip hop culture, you know.
Yeah.
It's dope as fuck, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that,
so-
that was the logo. Most of the people don't know it, but now you see the tree, and it's like, okay, boom, that's Habitus, you know what I mean?
That's
Straight
what it
away,
is,
yeah.
Yeah.
But I always talk about society and about all of that, you know what I mean? All the lyrics try to kind of like give a little message to people, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Because I had this idea since I was like, I don't know, 19, 20, you know what I mean? I always observe people, you know what I mean? And sometimes you're there, I don't know, in a gig or whatever, and you just be drunk in the background, you see how people behave. And I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I have to like see,
People watching.
yeah, see how people is, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And how they act, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've always loved doing that, man.
Yeah, it's definitely
Subway on East Street, man. Pull back the fucking Subway thing on the front, the offers or whatever, and just eat a Subway and just watch.
Yeah.
Trust me.
on East Street. East Street's crazy, isn't it?
It's
Fucking crazy, man.
We were talking before, it's like
Yeah.
all of this came from like the video games, and the thing that you were saying is like most of these kids nowadays, they play the video game and they have a like shooting game or whatever in a forest, blah, blah, but they maybe never been in a forest before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No,
And
no,
if they
it's
tend
not
to a
like
forest and it's like, whoa, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Because they never been out of the house. They go from school
Yeah,
to the
man.
house, from the house to there, blah, blah, blah.
I'm so glad I
That's
grew up
But they're
around that
probably
shit,
like
man.
way more fucking capable of like ducking and moving and knowing what to do. And it's
Yeah,
just like
yeah.
another
That's
scary
like
thing.
perfectly
Saying
trained
like
for
perfectly
war.
trained for war.
Yeah,
Like just
yeah,
give them
yeah.
a weapon and be like, basically,
Coincidentally.
put on some goggles that make it kind of feel like that. Whack more.
Yeah.
Coincidentally, perfectly
Yeah.
trained for war.
All you'd have to do is have some goggles,
Right.
yeah, that like had like the sensor, like you know when you got the fucking the heartbeat sensor or whatever, and it goes boom, and it like has
Yeah,
an
yeah.
outline, like a digital outline of
Yeah.
a person. You have that in some goggles, and you fucking give like
Yeah.
weapons to them young boys.
Yeah, I know. Everyone's getting shot.
Like, it's all been training.
Everyone's
Mate,
got-
I'm genuinely fucking worried about
Yeah.
what's just happened. Like, I think it's fucked.
I know. Everyone's gonna be looking at high score rather than thinking about life morals.
Yeah, it's like, well, maybe it's all part of the plan, mate. A big coal.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
probably
Just-
is, isn't it?
Just
Disconnect
started
people from
talking
each other.
about shit, and
Yeah, that's been going on for
Coal
ages,
motherfucker.
man.
Yeah.
I know, but on some next levels, because
Right now is
got
the
to give.
peak time to attack if they're gonna do it.
Right now
Do
is
you know
the
why?
peak
'Cause-
time for all of that. Like that's why it's peak.
Yeah, that's what I mean. If they're going to
It's
attack,
like-
if that was the plan all along, and they're going to attack with that, then now is the prime time. No, it's not. I mean, no, it's not. It's the worst time. You can't affect us, but
Oh yeah, nothing.
we will block that.
Yeah, but fuck that. Back to the music really, because
Yeah.
we're diverting from that and we've got ample time.
Yeah.
That's the wrong word.
We need to wrap it up.
So after that
Yeah.
one, what have you got planned? Like, is there a next project or?
Yeah, I had a few projects in mind, but to be honest, it's kind of like this project kind of drained me a lot. And now that I had a
Yeah.
few days off for Christmas, I was saying to you guys, I've been enjoying having to do nothing. And I kind of maybe take a little break, but I still need to promote all this thing because kind of like, it just dropped last month, you know what I mean? So I kind of need to work a little bit on this, get my name back up there because I haven't dropped anything in like 3 years, something like that.
Yeah.
Get a little bit of this around. And then I'm thinking to drop an instrumental project.
Yeah.
I dropped 2 before this, but just like all beats that I had in there, and I want to do kind of like something that I really work for it, you know what I mean, on beats, and maybe step away a little bit of the mic for a bit
Yeah.
in terms of like recording and stuff. And I want to kind of do like a journey, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
traveling for like different styles of music, of hip hop beats.
Like through the album.
Yeah, through the album, yeah.
yeah.
I got this sick idea. I should probably say it because maybe someone's gonna steal it, but okay. I got this idea of like a musical journey, like 12 beats, 4 different styles, and called each style like something related to the elements. You know what I mean? Like the 4 that are more like chill out, call it something related to water.
Yeah.
The other 4 that are more like kind of
Earth
like
one,
floaty hip hop,
yeah.
more like kind of like wind or something like that.
Yeah.
The other one like that, and it's go from like chill out to like kind of funky beats.
Yeah.
Like a musical journey in there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And see how people take it.
Elements.
Yeah, it's the 4 elements, something like that. Yeah, that's the next idea. I wanted to do like an EP project, having like every 2 months an EP with different MCs.
Yeah.
But that's gonna take a lot.
Every
of
2
time.
months.
Yeah, that's work, isn't it?
You know what though, yeah? Like I was watching that fucking Kevin Hart documentary on Netflix.
Yeah,
Yeah. And like, it's doable.
it's doable. Yeah,
I swear, like, if you start waking up at 5 in the morning
Yeah.
and like going ham,
And
I mean,
walking
go
there.
for a fucking run or some shit, come back, like, do blah, 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 do all this shit and you like plan it out and stick to your time.
Yeah, you
Like,
can do it.
I can't say I do that at all.
Yeah.
But I reckon if you do that, you will smash life.
Yeah, you can do it. Yeah, you can do it.
I need to do it.
Yeah, but also if you work with other people, you rely on other people, so other people have to put the same word than you. So that's when you don't know if it's gonna work or not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, to be fair, like he could do that because he's got all the other people doing all the shit behind the scenes.
Yeah,
It's-
exactly. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
So
because
I know, but
you
if you-
created that from the
You
beginning,
can,
then, man.
yeah, exactly. So if you,
The
you
thing
know,
is with that whole, like, you know, that was like power of thought, where you can like manifest your thing. You can manifest your thoughts, yeah.
what the secret?
Yeah, the secret, all that shit, yeah. What people don't tell you about that, yeah, is like you can't just sit at home and go, I'm gonna have a BMW tomorrow, like, and just think that for ages. And
Go work.
You're not gonna get shit. Yeah. What happens is you have to believe it, whatever your goal is.
Yeah.
And then once you believe the goal, you naturally you'll like work towards the goal.
Yeah.
Where you won't even be able to control it. You just naturally do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
But the work that you put in is actually what gets you to the goal.
Yeah.
But the thought process was the beginning.
Mhm.
But you can't just sit at home and go, yeah, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this. You know what I mean? You have to
No,
believe
no,
that.
no. You have to believe it, yeah.
The thought power is once you believe that you're
I
there,
really
you
want it.
pull out
You
all
know
the
what I mean?
steps to get there. Like,
And you need to really want it because you may say, oh, I
Yeah,
want to
that's
have a
what I mean.
BMW, you know what I mean? But just because
Yeah.
you want to have it because it's cool.
exactly.
But you don't really want it. You don't really need it, you know what I mean? But
When
if you
believe
want it,
yeah, when you really want with your
Yeah.
full heart and you believe it,
yeah,
then you'll do the work to get
yeah,
there.
yeah,
So actually, the work is what gets you there every time as well.
yeah,
So,
man, yeah.
Even if the thought
Yeah.
is the like nucleus, but
Yeah.
yeah, that's what they don't tell you about the secret stuff. That you can't just sit
Yeah.
at home and just wish for something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit's like, I don't know, a lot of people get lost.
Thought
with the
creates
myth of
matter.
that.
It's like
Yeah.
thought creates matter. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
But it's the thought creates the work if you fully believe it.
Yeah, matters
Yeah,
created
And
for
the work creates obviously. what-
Definitely, yeah.
situation
And you just put the work and you're not feeling like a work, you know what I mean? Remember,
It doesn't
that's what
feel
happened
like
with Dusty
yeah,
Sounds and stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
And a lot of people, you probably hear about it, that say, oh, the Habitus is one of the hardest working here, blah, blah, blah. One of the hardest guy working on hip hop in the city, blah, 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 blah. I still see comments like that wrong, and it's like, well, man, I don't feel like, but yeah, it's true. But I still remember the day that I was talking with Sam from First Degree Barnes, and we were just chatting there. Yeah. And they were saying, oh yeah, man, I've been working for like 15 days, you know what I mean, 10 hours a day, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, oh man, these guys have a life so hard, you know what I mean, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh yeah, cool. I work in a school, so I work from until like 3, 4, and I go the weekends off, blah, blah, cool, blah, blah, blah. But then I start thinking like, because the music for me was like a hobby, you know what I mean? And you make music, you're enjoying it, but when you start working in a studio without realizing it into like another work, you know what I mean? And then one day I realized and I start thinking like, when was the last day that I had a day off? A day off, a whole day off. I'm not going to the studio to make a beat. I'm not going to the studio to mix music for someone. And I was like, shit, has been like 2, 3, maybe 4 months since I have done nothing in one day, a whole day off. And I was like, okay, I've been working solidly for so long, not having a day off, just because I was loving it, you know what I mean?
That's when you can tell the passion's there, doesn't it?
Yeah,
because
exactly.
You forget to relax, you forget to watch telly, you forget to like,
Yeah,
that's the work, isn't it?
yeah. And that's when work turns to something that you love, you know what I mean? And you don't realize that you are working because you are just loving it. And I was like, I got a day off when I go to the studio. What am I gonna do, you know what I mean? And told me like a year or more
I'm looking forward
like,
to that.
push me. And now I'm the opposite. Now I'm being more like, I want a day off. Just want to chill, you know what I mean? But it told me a year or more to kind of like change the pattern in my brain of like, you need some time off as well, you know what I mean? And it's good to have the time off and do nothing because you need that time to be creative again, you know what I mean? Yeah.
But for me it's different because when I have a day off, that's when I can make a beat, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because I don't work with making beats, I work in the kitchen. It's just like, so yeah, most of the time it's good, man. I get home at like 4 or 5 o'clock, I can make beats all night. But when I get a weekend, a Saturday, like a day off, that is making beats for me.
Yeah, but that was the same for me. I love making beats, but in the last year,
5 minutes, just so you know.
In the last year I maybe make 5 beats. You know what I mean? Because of the rest of the time was just making music for other people. But I didn't realize that I was working for other people, you know what I mean? Because it was still music, you know what I mean? But I wanna kind of get back to like having my time and make my own music, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Especially in that space, man. I'd love to.
Yeah, this is the first album that I make in that space. After 3 years, you know what I mean? And I have made another like 20 albums in there for other people, you know? Yeah, I remember the first time that I jumped in the booth was like, this has been open for nearly a year. And I haven't been in the booth. You know what I mean? So I made it for me and But no, it's good, it's good. Right. So
yeah, we need to really wrap
I just need to say massive thank you for you guys.
Much love, man. Thank you for coming on.
Massive respect. Really appreciate it that you guys got me here today and we have this like really nice chat about so many random things, you know.
Nice.
Love it, love it.
It's about, man.
Love
This
it.
is the sofa.
Yeah, it's so
Sofa
great.
that's still on bricks.
So yeah, family, if you like the talk and if you didn't, maybe listen to the music you like it. Habitus, Mind the Sample, it's on Spotify, found the thing. And if you wanna get something that you can put in your living room, get the wax.
Yeah, shouts to you, man.
What's your Instagram?
Danny Habitus is the Instagram, Facebook is the same, Danny Habitus, the studio is called Dusty Sounds, that has a Facebook page as well, and Spotify, Bandcamp is just Habitus, you know. Yeah.
Bang.
So yeah, much love.
Yeah, man.
Start a new year, 2020, innit? Happy
2020.
fucking new year.
Fucking New Year, bro. Yeah, let's enjoy.
Happy New Year.
Boom, boom.
Whack more.